Fuck it, take it, chocolate. I'm the fucking bomb.
Time taking responsibility. We have a hard time being shown ourselves. And I've come to realize that women are very, very prideful. Like men have egos, but women are very prideful. And the reason why we have a hard time being shown who we are is because the opposite of pride is shame. And we don't want to feel that shame because it is very painful. But let me tell you something. You have nothing to be shameful about simply because you're imperfect. We are all imperfect. One of the best gifts you can give your husband is when he says, babe, this is how I'm feeling. This is what I see in you. This is where you can improve. This is the adjustments I think that you can make, is to sit back and think about it and then say, you know what, babe, I can see where I could do better in that area. I'm sorry for making you feel that way. I don't want you to feel that way, right? Eat it, because that's going to give you the relationship you're actually fighting for.
I am hustling, moving down every day.
Welcome to the Podnas with Face, Pat, and Tiz.
Who the fuck you think you fucking with? I'm the fucking boss. I am hustling, moving down every day.
Welcome to the Podnas with Face, Pat, and Tiz.
Who the fuck you think you fucking with? I'm the fucking boss.
What's up, guys? Welcome to the pod. Separated by connected by brotherhood. As a weekly conversation that you can join in on. And as always, I'm 1/3 of the partners. It's your boy Tiz. And I'm along with.
You know, here once again weekly at 9:30. It's your boy Face in the place. Excuse me, Face in the place. No race, no mace, just here in the place.
Right on, right on. We had Pat for a second, and then I don't know I don't know what happened, but something weird is happening with the technology this evening. So I don't know whether Mercury is in retrograde or whatever they say or what, but excuse me for those beginning glitches. But yeah, we back up in this thing again another week, and there goes Pat.
I'm in here. Okay. I was wondering what
Yeah,
the hell.
I'm not very sure what is happening right now, but I am praying us through the rest of this.
We'll be all right.
Yeah, it's the Podnas podcast. We always make it all right.
Every day I'm. Oh, sorry.
Fire.
Who the fuck you think you fucking with? I'm the fucking boss.
Videos are over here just playing because they feel like it. Like it's just I don't know what's happening over here, but I'm getting very annoyed. All righty. Mm, mm, mm. Well, how y'all doing this week?
Life be life, but it is what it is.
Yeah, what Face said.
Man. Let's do this.
Life be life, but I'm still pretty. Are you grinding up weed over there? Is that what that sound is?
Of course.
Yes, because everything you right on the speaker of the phone. Yes.
Yes, of course.
That nigga sound like he's harvesting wheat.
Yes. It's a part of the podcast. If I don't do it and they don't hear it, it's not right.
Goddamn.
It's a tradition now.
Let's shut the fuck up so we can start the show. I'm sorry.
No, you're fine. You're no worse than the technology issues over here. So, hey.
Every day. Sorry, I glitched.
It's every day of something. I don't, every day I'm fucking up is what I feel like right now. Man, can I just tell you, man, this been a whole week. I'm tired from this week,
Why you tired,
and it
man?
ain't
Why you tired?
tired of a certain situation, and it's making
Yeah,
me
I'm
upset.
tired of shit.
So you'll see me sooner than later in June, Ace. Just know that your boy coming
Oh,
home. Yeah,
oh,
Ace, happen like
do I need to go ahead? Can I put stuff in play?
yes, yes,
Offline conversation.
yes. Like this, yeah. It's
Okay,
breaking point. Yeah,
okay. Big
yeah.
bet, big bet.
I'm about at the wit's end with a lot in life right now, and
Big bet. We'll talk offline.
yeah. But yeah. Anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and play this video again. I played it at the very top of the show. It's probably what added all the glitches. However, it leads us into our icebreaker topic of the night, or my topic of the night, whatever you want to call it. But I thought this woman was talking and had a really good point, and it leads me to my first point.
I'm taking responsibility. We have a hard time being shown ourselves. And I've come to realize that women are very, very prideful. Like men have egos, but women are very prideful. And the reason why we have a hard time being shown who we are is because the opposite of pride is shame. And we don't want to feel that shame because it is very painful. But let me tell you something. You have nothing to be shameful about simply because you're imperfect. We are all imperfect. One of the best.
All right. So throughout my personal life this week, right?
Mm-hmm.
And throughout conversations I had offline with homies and stuff and friends and women I'm cool with and whatnot. One of the main things that I'm seeing, and I think this, like we always on the podcast and on every podcast and on anything that talk about relationships or whatever, we always trying to figure out what's the thing that really separates man and woman, and it's hard for us to get through that, like causes the rift that we see often in relationships, but in our interactions in general, right? And this woman crystallized it for me. The shame piece. The ability to feel shame, accept it, and move through it is what allows people the ability to actually, for one, be accountable, for two, look for innovation and improvement in their situation to avoid their shame again, and then for three, allows them the glory that they get from not having to feel that shame anymore because they've worked on themselves enough to master something, right? So I think this is the problem. Men are able and are forced from the way we socialize as kids to the way society depicts us and tries to guide us into certain roles to the way we are addressed when we are going through emotional moments as children. It all leads us to be able to feel and eat shame from an early age. So we know what it's like to be the loser and have everybody clown you and nobody come try to make you feel bad. I mean, feel better. Whereas little girls, everybody comes tries to make her feel better, even if she probably should feel worse because she didn't try very hard and she lost. And because of this, my theory is if we could get and teach young girls to understand that shame is not bad, it is necessary. It's not, it doesn't mean that you're a horrible person. I think we get past the hat hair. I think we get past the weird eyebrows and eyelashes. I think we get past the BBLs and the lipo. I think we get past them cutting down each other. I think we get past them being more difficult to talk to for men. in relationships, I think we get past a lot of this if we were just able to like teach young women when they're young, shame is okay. You will feel it. Don't run from it. Embrace it and build off of it. That is my theory, fellas.
Well, you know, I agree. I didn't know exactly. I didn't think this exactly the way that you were going with it, but that makes a whole lot of sense.
Ah, yeah, curveball, nigga.
Yeah, it was a curveball.
Yeah, I knew
Well,
you expected me to be. I knew it.
I, as the only partner with female children, um, I do agree, and I would say the way that I raise my children, male and female, is like the most realistic I can say a parent can raise them because I how can I say it? I give reality to my children inside the house and let them know what outside the house is going to be like. Um, so I do give you love and care, but at the end of the day, I show you what reality will show you before reality can show you. If you
Right.
understand what I'm saying.
Yes.
Um,
That's too. Yes.
I, um, I don't sugarcoat anything for my girls. You feel me? Like as real as I keep it with my boy, I keep it with my girls. There's no difference because I know in the world out there, reality, it ain't gonna go give no difference, and it may be 10 times harder on my girl than it is for my boy, or vice versa. So I'm gonna give it to you just as funky as the world gonna give it to you. But at the end of the day, daddy is giving it to you like this out of love to prepare you for that. I'm not giving to you out of no disdain or no non-caring reason that the world may give it to you. This is all life lessons to prepare you for that. So when you leave out this world, leave out this house, I should say, nothing is gonna really change. Nothing can get to you because you've already survived whatever daddy done put you through. And I'm only doing it for love. So all this bullshit ain't coming from love. You just gonna brush it off your shoulder. That ain't shit. What? My dad? No, this ain't shit. So I provide the same life lessons for my males and my females as in my house and my children's. And I feel that that's the best way. I feel like the parents that um tend to shelter their girls more and just kick their boys out to the world, you're doing your girls a disservice because the world is not going to shelter the females at all. The world doesn't shelter anyone, matter of fact. So you're doing your girls a great disservice by not by hindering them from knowing what reality really is. You can give them reality in small doses as you choose to, but give them some reality to prepare them because at one point in their life they will be on their own by themselves.
Indeed. And I think forget by themselves. I think my biggest point is when you look at when you look at how we deal with each other, that's the biggest issue, right? I think the reason why you find men and women being frustrated with each other is because it's not often that both don't see each other's problems. Like when we look at certain stats and they always throw the stat around how women are more likely to leave a relationship and all that. I don't think it's because women are inherently bad or they just looking to leave. I think it's they're less likely to have experience with dealing with shame. So when they make a mistake in a relationship or they get called out, they're more likely to attack back or try to find a way to justify and or reason their way out of it as opposed to accepting it and actually working on the problem. So a lot of times what I see when I talk to my male friends is an imbalance. It's not that either one is perfect or that they don't both make mistakes. It's there's a double standard when it comes to how those mistakes are addressed in the relationship. And it comes from women not being able to take shame. So what you find is a lot of dudes either arguing a lot with the woman because the woman won't take shame, but he keeps wanting to call her out on it, on her shortcomings, trying to get her to get better, but she don't want to get better. She want to stay where she at because to get better, you have to actually believe that something's wrong. And to say something's wrong with you is to feel shame. It don't feel good to say, damn, I'm fucking up. I'm egotistical. I'm putting my needs over this. I'm doing like it's hard to say that. Men are always having to deal with that reality of I'm not the number one. How do I get there? I'm messing up this week as dad. Let me figure out what I got to do to make this better. I'm messing up this week as husband. Let me figure out how to make this better. I'm messing up this week as employee. Let me figure out how to make this better. I'm messing up this week as businessman. Let me figure out like we're always forced with the stark reality of exactly where we are, and we're not given the luxury to justify or work our way out of it because it's seen as less than manly. Have integrity, be accountable, stand on it, be stoic, deal with it. Like everything we're told is see the shame, eat it, learn from it, get better. See the shame, eat it, learn from it, get better. Women are told, see the shame, let's make you feel better. Not get the problem better, but let's make you feel better. And it leads to an imbalance. Like I see it in every relationship between males and females, from an employee, whatever relationship, to the interaction between two employees, to the interaction between men and women in a household together, to an interaction between male and female family members, to brother and sister dynamics. It always comes back. If you were to ask both of them, what's your number one thing? Most of the time, it's going to lead back to the men having some semblance of, and it can be expressed in many different phrases, but the gist always comes back to, I don't feel that there's an equity. There's a let's make you feel better, let's make me get better.
I
What are
was
y'all
just
thoughts on
having
that?
I was just having a conversation with with
Hit that,
a
tell me why I'm wrong. I'd love to hear a female's perspective on this. That would be perfect.
I would I was just talking to a female a coworker about the same topic, but as far as shame, and we were both like, man, bring back shame. We need shame back in general. So I feel like, oh no, it's just funny how you go through things throughout the week, and then we have this podcast, and y'all just automatically have it pops the same conversation freaking pops up.
God
Um,
gives posts.
like it in general, it's just I don't know, man. I'm trying to I'm reflecting on all the things that's happened this week that this conversation is triggered pretty much. But really, it's like as far as society goes, society is more like it's no, it's like they're trying to do away with shame. Like shame is such a bad thing because people have these personal experiences that in general, and people like to lump everybody's personal experiences all together when it comes to gender conversations. But nah, man, we need to bring that shit back, man. Like I just saw a video not earlier today about a girl saying that she went to Disney World at Epcot, and she saw so many women dressed up with their ass out and all that stuff like that. Like bring back shame. Like just shame in general. We're in a place of family, like a family fun place, and you out there looking like Freaknik or whatever.
Cause
So
ain't none of them hoes dressed like they got no families. They trying to steal husbands and shit that's out there with their families. That's why them scallywags is dressed like that at Disney World.
bald head, scallywag. Yeah, no, oh, never mind. But
The motherfuckers with decency is with their husbands, and then their husbands, if they got any common sense, ain't gonna let their wives come out like that to no public forum dressed like that and with your kids at the end of the day, because you set an example for your boys and your girls what to see up to. So the scallywags dressed like that out in public at Disney World, them the husband getters, them the ones that trying to break the happy homes. Them what the song say? The single mother song, the single baby mama song. What that shit go? How that shit go?
oh shit,
So
uh, I forgot
so
what it. I know it.
so what I mean by shame is not people picking on people,
Yeah,
brother, certain age. I mean the feeling within yourself that drives you to actually want to change something in you. That makes sense. So not like, oh, you look like this, or you wear this, or you are not as smart, or it's what do you actually have to face to feel? Like, do you actually have to feel bad about something that you did or not? What I'm saying is there's a there's a skewed way of that being applied.
Yeah, I'm not talking about
You
social
can deal
media
deal with
enhancements.
both people can deal with bullying, but the shame that comes from it makes a guy get better. The guy gets tired of getting beat up. Let me work on fighting or work on being funny or work on my ability to talk to these other guys so that I don't get in this situation no more. As opposed to let's make you feel better. And then you still don't really deal with your ability to actually deal with that situation. You just end up feeling better. There's a
Mm.
different way in which we approach the child that determines how they become an adult. And then you get to these dynamics where we have things like if you look at the dynamic between two men, you're not gonna see a lot of double standards. You look at two women, you will. Neither one will apply what they want the other to do. And that's general, but I think that's the main dynamic that like if we could like Faye said, he's teaching his daughters to be able to face that so that they can like always be able to see how they can get better as opposed to just meeting whatever the trend is or you know what I'm saying, like trying to fit in. They're more going to be like, oh, you know what? I could get better at this. Let me work on this. Oh, you know what? Let me try harder in school. Let me try as opposed to make me feel better about the fact that I'm not doing this. Sound off.
I feel like too many parents like how can I say it? I've said it before in the podcast about my mother. My mother will tell anybody she didn't raise me to be a man. She raised me to survive, and the world raised me to be a man. Um, I feel like more parents should be doing this. You feel me? When you do that, you're forced to you're forced to be a stronger individual, emotionally and mentally. All that physical shit that just comes through just life training and just want to be healthy. But the real strength comes to be able to deal with life and being life. Um, and I feel that a lot of parents, when they're helping their kids learn how to get over things emotionally, that like I said, it's a certain hindrance they're giving them, and some of that strength they need, it dissipates. Um, a lot of the things they need to be able to be faced with, a lot of things you're slapped in the face with as kids that you have to face. Um, you got a big ass nose, and you got to accept in the mirror, like, damn, my nose is big. Oh well, that's life. Oh well, it ain't gonna get no smaller. Let me go ahead and deal with my life. To learn how to accept certain things, uh, uh, men get it quicker. Women, to me, this is a man's perspective. I can't speak on women as far as a woman's perspective, but just on the outside looking in, it's not told. You're not told to cope with it, but almost mask it with makeup and all that other shit, contouring, all that other shit, and it's taught from an early age. Where in my household, we don't believe in makeup. Everything's natural. So what life giving you, you learn
Face
to
it.
accept that from an early age, and you go with it. You feel me? It is what it is. What life has provided you with, that's what you go forth with, and you build on top of that. You don't mask it. You don't hide it. That is what it
Oh,
is, and your strength
that's
comes from who you are.
face. That's exactly what I'm saying. Right there. You just that was a beautiful way to actually like put it. There's the difference between a 21-year-old man and a 21-year-old woman, both going bald, one getting a wig, one embracing the bald. The only difference between the two is their ability to feel and process shame. The rest of the emotions that you feel through it is pretty much same because that they've been through similar social situations by that point. But the way they were socialized to process those two things that children does directly lead to then that direct difference. That makes sense. Like the reason why women getting
Yeah,
BBL
damn right.
activity, dudes getting BBLs, we look at them like they're crazy. Like, what do you mean? You should be able to process the shame of being fat, or work out, or go eat better, or figure it out. But we understand the
I'm looking
quickness
at him.
that
I'm looking at
slang.
him like more than what the hell. I'm like, nigga, you got a BBL? What the fuck is wrong with you?
Kim Kardashian or Nicki Minaj, we understand them going to get it because even though we might be like that ain't my aesthetic, we still don't shame them for it because it's like, oh yeah, you wanted to feel better. And that's the feel better part is the thing. Like life ain't always gonna feel better. So if we was to teach daughters like, hey, there's going to be a level of shame that you must face, and it should make you better, not make you try to feel better. It should make you become better. I think we lose that weird dichotomy, that weird double standard that we face. Free butt.
I just
And
want to go.
Kim, hit the link if we'd love to hear alternate perspective on this one.
Definitely, I feel the ultimate perspective.
Please take the
Um,
time.
I feel that more families should bring back talking about each other in the household. Talk about the kids. Um, joke on your kids at home. Um, I'm
Don't tell
aware
me
of
we do.
their flaws. Just make sure.
Are you
Shit. That's
on
what
that
we
woman?
always did. In this clan over here, we talk, man. Joke on your kids. Let them know their infallibilities. Let them know their flaws. Joke on that. My shame level was zero when I got into the real world. It wasn't a damn thing I could say to me that hurt my feelings or made me feel better than nigga. I know already. My mother been talking about me. So I do with my kids too. It's just it ain't a thing nobody can say to my children. It's gonna hurt their fucking feelings. I'm the goddamn son.
Right.
Shame. I don't give a fuck if my females or my boy. Like I'm glad as a parent I can sit back. Like not many parents are like me, and I take pride in that. They're saying that I know when they leave out the house, shit, they good. It ain't a
You know,
bully gonna come in this world. They gonna bully my kids verbally.
I'm glad you said that. A group of women that I often find are very much adept to understanding and feeling shame, very similar to the way men do, and processing it the same way, is women who were raised by their mother or father the same way their brothers were raised. So like you ever meet women that's like they were raised with like 4 or 5 brothers in the house. And
Mm-hmm.
the dad kind of
Mm-hmm.
universal logic to the raising as opposed to like let me separate it based off of your gender. I find they're normally able and they understand men's ability to process shame very much. It's a very much a cohesive understanding. They usually get along better with the opposite sex and the same sex because they understand what it's like to feel that. So their view is very much of, oh hey, we just got to get better. As opposed to like I don't know. I've seen it be a more seamless transition and cohesiveness. Kim,
Wow.
yes, great.
Hello.
Shout Thank you for joining. I
Hi.
appreciate
Can you
Welcome.
guys hear me?
you
See,
are loud and clear.
Definitely.
This is perfect. Please, what are your takes on the subject from a woman?
Well, the first thing I think about is I must be a unicorn. I think I must be unusual. Um, I was raised primarily by my dad.
Mm. Mhm.
So I think that makes me unusual. I
Mhm.
think.
Mhm.
Not sure about that,
It's
but
a
I
rare.
think so. I'm the only. It's rare,
Yes.
really. Well, how about this? I have four siblings. All of them are my brothers. I have no sister.
He was just talking about your
Look at what I
situation.
just said. Look at what I just said. And notice if you watched her comments, noticed how she processes. Excuse me, but it's just
What? What did I do? What?
no, no, that was
Good.
great. You processed right along with us. A lot of your comments were very similar to a brother of a certain age, and then
Really?
I just said, if you look at the women that get exactly what us as men kind of experience, it's usually the women that were raised with a bunch of other men and kind of had a universal logic applied. So their dad just kind of taught them the same thing, or their mother just kind of taught them the same thing that they were teaching the brothers. So they learned to be a female from a male perspective, which allows them to get both sides. And that one
Well, I
difference
guess that must be me.
that one small difference in the way we socialize as children and the way we approach children as boys and girls, that those women usually don't face that, because usually their father or mother is again applying the shame principle the same way to everybody. So they're getting the experience of shame through a male's perspective, or the same perspective that a male would usually get it, I should say. Because really shame is shame.
I
But
wonder about the terminology. I'm
all right,
sorry.
so,
I'm just
and then
wondering about the terminology of shame
mhm,
because shame has such a
as a negative
negative
look at the
connotation to it.
definition. I think that's the problem. We put connotations on it, and then we miss the actual meaning of what we're saying. So then we approach it different. Like, look up the definition of shame, and then tell me what you would feel. Like, have you seen a
Look up
difference
the
in
definition of
the
shame.
parts that weren't raised with men as far as their ability to accept this thing? Because to me, my theory is it's the reason why you have a lot of young girls doing the baby hair lashes aesthetic, because they found something that they all can do that they can latch on to that allows them to not feel that shame. Nope, I fit in with this. I feel better. I don't actually
Well,
address the fact I may have just needed to do something very simple, like, oh, I could have just drank more water and my skin would have cleared right up. I had to cake all this on and do all this. Whereas a man
well,
would
I
sit
think
there
that
acting, he about to go get proactive, get his water together, get his like, or he just gonna eat the fact that he got acne and just deal in that, sit in that. You see what I'm saying? Like it's a different. It's a the difference I'm seeing is when faced with shame, one is looking to feel better, one is looking to get better, and that's the literal only difference. Everything else, as far as the emotional experience that we go through, is very similar. But that
well,
one,
you're talking to a person who's I have very acne prone skin.
mhm,
Have had it as long as I can remember.
yes,
Didn't
ma'am.
know any better. So when I was younger, I drank sodas and ate a lot of, the junk food, chips and all of that, right? Then my dad took me to a dermatologist. This is when I was way younger and gave me a whole list of things I was not supposed to eat. And when I followed that regimen, my skin did clear up.
Mm, mhm,
And even now, it's funny, even now, I'm sitting here listening to you guys and I'm drinking water. So
mhm,
I always have this sense that I have to take in so much water. I have to eat vegetables. I have to limit, carbonated drinks. I have to limit certain things. Now, am I perfect? Absolutely not.
mhm.
Do Am I going to go get a BBL or get some plastic surgery? I don't think so.
Amen.
Them things expensive.
What I think, well, yeah, it's expensive and it looks painful. I
It,
think what I need to do, and this is what I struggle with myself. So that's why I'm always saying I need to like when I made the comment of I need to do this better, I need to do that better, and so on and so on. I know I need to exercise. I know I
Mhm.
do. Do I do it all the time? No. Do I need to be consistent with it? Yes. But I know that's something I need to do. I know that it's better for my health. And when I did it consistently, I felt better.
Mhm.
And I'm not just saying physically better. I felt psychologically better when I did simple, like go for a walk.
Mhm.
I'm
Mhm.
not an athlete. I'm not going to run, jump over stuff, do all that jazz. I'm not going to do that.
You out there at the Capitol, we won't see you in
I'm
the
not
world.
going to do it. No, you're not going to see me doing all that. But you might see me walking in the park.
Hey, but look at what you're saying. A lot of what you're saying falls right into exactly my theory. I'm gonna call it a theory because again, it's working and I'm looking for the big hole punch, right? But like you're
Hmm.
raised by your dad primarily. That is
Primarily. Hmm.
very- like even in situations where you find like outside of two-parent households, usually even in the situation of a divorce or a breakup, the woman gets the custody for whatever reason,
Hmm.
even if it's still very much in the child's life, they're primarily raised around and supported by their mother. So
Hmm.
you are a rarity because even in single parent
Yeah.
households, usually the single parent is the father. There are a lot of households where that is the case, but that's not the majority. So, like,
Yeah.
yeah, you would fit into exactly the category I'm talking about. Like, you got your logic and your first experience with dealing with shame from a man who only has a male perspective with dealing with shame. He doesn't have the alternate perspective. He doesn't even have the option to
I
teach you.
wouldn't call it, I
He
don't
don't-
know that I still struggle with the word shame though.
Okay. Let
I
me
don't
give
know
me
that
let
it's shame.
me look kind of let me look up a better way to say it so that
I
way
think it's
the connotation
I think
doesn't
that
stick a
I
Here's the general definition. The shame is an unpleasant feeling that stems from an unconscious of doing something wrong, improper, or
yeah.
dishonorable. So when
okay.
we're talking shame, we're not talking about
Right. So
that.
let's just say
Uh,
you're not in the majority when you're not correct, when you're not the best, when you're not winning, when you're not in the place of being the right, proper, or honorable position in a situation, the way we're
Hmm.
taught to socialize and approach that moment is different. So don't call it shame, call it just negative self-evaluation. Call it
Okay.
the an inadequate feeling. Call it
Oh my
what
goodness.
word would you what word would you give it that would give it a connotation that would allow us to deal with it in a real way? Because I also,
Oh
if it's
gosh.
yeah, and then
Accountability.
we'll use your word. Okay, accountability. Got you. So when we face accountability, right?
Yeah.
That works. That works for me. Similar
Okay.
like as far as the emotion that you feel when it happens, right? So that
Hmm.
works. What we say is as a small child, right? You
One more
touch
time.
you touch the hot stove, you're two, right? You have a little boy and a little girl. The little boy is like, see, that's what you
Uh-huh.
get. Well, you shouldn't have touched it. I told you don't touch nothing hot. See, when something hot, it burn your hand. You okay? That's the first approach. The little girl is, oh my God, are you okay? Come on. Oh, come here. Then we teach you the lesson.
Well, see,
So the
I
lesson
didn't get the I don't
see that
remember. I remember I touched the hot
what
stuff,
did
but I didn't get the aw.
you're
where did you see
forgetting you were raised around men
thank you, Tony.
I
I mean
got the
fat.
I told you not to touch that stove. See what happened to you?
because you were raised around men.
Your dad never got your dad was socialized the way little boys. So your dad never learned the alternate. So he doesn't know how to give the alternate. Does that make sense?
Maybe so. Yeah.
So
I
he's
know
going
I
to give
never
you
touched
what
that hot
he got.
stove again.
That's his closest reference as a parent is what he experienced and learned as a child.
Mhm,
So he's going to try to
mhm.
impart it the best way he can based on his understanding. So he gave you what we got. Yeah. But
Now
again,
you know not to do it.
that's
You better not
general.
do it no more. See what happens.
That's the minority, not the majority. And it could be a 60-40 majority minority. It could be a
I don't
70-20.
know.
But it is more of us if you are like socialized by a mother primarily without the
Hmm.
either having your dad in the house or being raised by specifically your dad, which is very rare. I would say that we get to a place of you're probably going to initially see it from the way your mother was socialized to understand that piece.
Hmm.
And that's the main difference. Everything else is going to be pretty much the same because that's the one piece that kind of separates the way we look at gender early in kids before they become whatever they end up becoming as adults, male, like man,
Hmm.
woman, you know, gay, lesbian, straight, trans, questioning, whatever their end
Right.
identity becomes. When we're seeing them as a 2 and 3 and 4 year old kid, a lot of times we approach them based off of whatever we're used to and know as our own identity because that's the closest reference we have. We don't have something else to draw from. We can't do it like Kim did it or Tony did it or Larry did it or Reese did it. We got to do it like what we know best because we only have that to draw from.
Can't do it like I did.
Hmm.
Right. But the commonality between most men that I speak with and the common thing that we all kind of dealt with was as a child, whether raised by a man, woman, both parents, whatever, we all kind of get the message, even those that have sisters. I notice they get the message that you are, hey, figure it out, be okay, get better. And then their sister will be, feel better. How do we get you to feel better? Let me teach you to feel better. And that one small difference in that one area leads to a lot of the conflict because we're processing it from a different lens, and neither person wants to like see it from the other.
You gotta walk that shit off.
I may need to teach you how to do this, or I may need to teach you how to see it from this. It's just that small dynamic difference in how we process shame ends with the different aesthetics you see.
My
So again,
friend,
it's rare for a dude to get a BBL. It's becoming common for a young woman to go do it. It's
my,
almost
my
accepted. And if you tell a woman,
Now,
hey,
can
that's
I?
not the just hear me out. If you tell a woman that's
Okay.
probably not the healthiest thing for you, you don't have to do all that. There's other ways that you can achieve what you're looking for. Other women will then chime in and be like, "Don't tell her what to do. It's her body, her choice. She got the right." Like, because again, they want the woman in that situation to feel better, not actually be better. It's the
I want
reason
to
why
ask
you
you a question.
never
I
want to feedback
mentioned.
anything about them because if you do, you're seen as a bad person. Like, how dare you tell me what to do with me? Well, who can?
I have a question.
And it's no, just get
I
better.
noticed.
Everybody gonna tell you what's wrong, and if you say something back to it, you zesty, you sassy. Like, why are you like, dude? Get better. Get out your feelings.
Can I have it? I'd like to ask you guys a question.
You got the floor.
Good.
I, I've heard you mention like the eyelashes and uh, BBLs and things like that quite a bit. So how do you connect, or are you connecting? Because maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm misinterpreting. Um, the getting the BBLs and all of that with and the lashes and all that with shame or
because if
accountability.
you are a woman and you're looking at yourself and you're saying, "Hey, I don't look right to me because when I look at these other bodies, these are the bodies I want," and your whole thing is to attach something else to you that wasn't part of you to make you look like a body shape that you think is the perfect body shape, there is some shame in that.
All right. And then to
Like,
build off, we go back to the definition. You're having an
Hmm.
that
Hmm.
unpleasant feeling that's stemming from the consciousness of being improper. In your mind, you've deemed your archetype as being improper based on your evaluation of what you feel womanhood is. Okay. A man
This must
may
be
the
a
same
younger
feeling.
generation you're talking
Or
about.
what I will say this, it was more likely that you were raised by a man or had a man in your household before a certain point. So I would say maybe, but I also don't know those numbers to I would just say I think it stems from just even back then it just looked different because the dynamics between men and women were different.
I'm not even gonna put it on just the younger generation because I've seen women of older generations get
But
BBLs just as much as the other ones. So
bust it. Bust
yeah,
My
it.
I
God,
will
that
say
sounds so
it's the
ridiculous.
new
Bust it.
societal, new
Wigs came
societal
before
norm.
this generation. Wigs came before this generation. Wigs
Hmm.
around for a lot of years.
Well,
They're
yeah,
pre-
I remember my grandmother used to wear wigs. Yeah,
ex- well,
but and I know ladies who do wear wigs for various reasons. I mean, I'm
but
not just
yeah,
gonna write up. I'm not against wigs because
I'm
I knew
not
a lady who she wore wigs because she had cancer and her hair never came back after
right
chemo.
And then she
now.
still wore that wig because she felt shame that she didn't have
And
on
you
her
wanted to
head.
feel better, not embrace the ability to get better at dealing with the fact of her reality.
See, the
That's
thing
the
is,
difference in how we would approach the situation. It's not right or wrong. I'm not that's why I wanted to change the word we use to accountability or
Okay,
whatever. Have a better
accountability.
I don't want it to feel like it's a negative thing. I'm saying that's the
Yeah.
difference. And if we can figure out how to equitize that
when
socialization young
y'all done, I
Why
got
into
something to
don't
say.
we? If
adults that
Go
now
ahead.
understand better and are able to like interact better. That's all.
I think people need to get over the fact that y'all have feel some type of way about a word. The
That's fine.
shame, by definition, that's what it is. You, I mean, get over it. Like we don't got no other words. That's the word we use. It's
But
that the simple fact that we use it so much in different situations, and a lot of them are negative. That you get that negative feeling about it. But at the end of the day, that word is that word. Like you
feeling
can't use accountability. Like
like
how you
going
have accountability if
something wrong.
you didn't have big titties, but you want big titties now. Like you can't
Well, no,
how you have accountability for you didn't have an
no,
ass before,
no.
Wrong.
but I want to have accountability for having an ass now. Like you can't have accountability for that. That's what the word is. It's shame.
Be right.
And then I also want to put out before because y'all gonna go on a rant and I'm gonna get trampled over by everything y'all say. I want to say that y'all women folk also have a culture that's already built in that you hide the shame anyway or whatever. You can't like like yeah, it's wigs and stuff, and I do as a person, as an artist, I understand wigs as a performative thing, or if you're
Mhm.
cosplaying and this, that, and the third. But there's still women I see every day at work that put on wigs because hey, your hair ain't is messed up today or whatever. But at the same time, those same guys of the same age, different ages, this, that, and the third, whether it's an older woman, or
Yeah.
they're coming in nappy as fucking hell because it's work. You know what I'm saying? It's work. Y'all have things in y'all culture to already, like in the woman's culture, that's already like going against, like ignoring the word shame. You know what I mean? Like y'all,
Let's
everything that
avoid
is
feeling to
everything is marketed to you to avoid shame. Like if you look at like cosmetology
Mm.
and
hmm
wigs and everything that damn near every damn thing you wear or just the marketing of it or whatever, it's to avoid shame.
hold on. Watch this, Pat.
I don't know if I
No, hold on.
totally agree with that
You
because
don't
I
know
know
because you're
there are
already
men
in the
that
culture.
We can agree to
You're
the
already
men,
in it, so
well,
you
there are
can't
men
see.
who wear
you're going to embrace it
there are
because
men who wear like the man units. There are men who do
And we
certain
call them bitch
things.
ass niggas. They
it's a
get
majority.
shame from us.
Majority. We're
Oh
talking about
God!
we joked them openly.
bias and
Y'all
everything.
don't joke the girl that's
Oh my
BBL
God!
with the We choked
We're
them.
speaking of
Oh my
generalities.
Lord.
They're not gonna make it. There was a whole year of Drake getting joked on because he had a man BBL.
BB Drizzy.
There's a song about it.
Dang.
That's in our
Dang.
culture.
He's
New,
dealing with
y'all
right now.
don't have that. Y'all have Lizzo
He's trying to
singing.
get better every day. He's coming out with new songs. He's latching on the new trends that Kendrick done made. He's doing everything he can to just please y'all. Just get back with me. Let me figure out what I gotta
There's
do.
like if there's anything marketed to men to improve their look that is like anywhere close to a BBL or a wig, you're getting joked on it. If it ain't weights, the build up your muscles, if it ain't like creatine or like health stuff and stuff like that, if it's something you can take on and put off, like if you could put it on and take it off, you're gonna get joked for that.
Like the man
There's
unit.
nothing
Indeed. As
like
opposed to the opposite, you got something that can be put on or took off, and yes, bitch, slay queen. You go, girl. You look beautiful. No, you don't. You look a fool. And the dudes keep telling you look a
Oh
fool.
my God.
They tell you look a fool. You get mad at them. But you don't know. No, we're telling like like from
take the
just
woman blinders off.
better, you want to feel better. You want to feel a certain way, not actually be something. And it comes from that drive. It's a different,
I can't
and
say
and
that
it's
for
not their
myself.
fault. No, you can't.
But
But again,
we're not
you
talking about just you.
generality. We're talking about the majority. That 60% that like when we're talking about even our country right now, when we talk about our country right now, we're a country of Trump supporters. The majority says that. Not you as the black woman you are, but the majority of the people in this country, regardless of what you want to believe, voted for that. So that's what we are
They
as a
did.
country. And when people across the
They did.
world, they don't see you, Kim, they don't see me as Tiz, they see us as that generality. So we got to stop acting like generalities don't exist and we don't treat the world based on them generalities. The reason prejudice
That's
and all of
true.
that.
I'll give you that. I'll
on
give
I
you
got a
that.
our everyday
I'll give you
interaction
that.
is based on whatever we feel about the general public. It's not based on that
I'll give you
one
that.
until we have an interaction with them and then get to know that one person. But when we first see them, our general interaction, whether we clutch a purse, whether we let our purse go, whether we come in, hey girl, whether we come in, oh, I don't want to talk to you. Like it's all based on what prejudice we have on. So we got to stop acting like it's not there. It's there. That's okay. That
So,
don't make
so
us bad people because we're not saying that we're racist, sexist, none of that. But we do have a thought about a group of whoever before we meet them.
yeah.
We
I got
do
a question for you,
and
Cal.
just
Yeah.
that
That's yeah.
to fit that person. But in general, your perspective on men and your ability to comfortably talk with us came from your perspective as a child being shaped because you had a certain thing with men that was like positive for you. You're okay with it. You understand.
Yeah.
You can stand on your square and not be shaken because a man like that, but that comes from your perspective. There's another woman that never had positive experiences with me, or their first experience was very bad. So they're not going to come in with that same comfort or perspective. It
I
doesn't
got
make one of you right or wrong. It just means that because your perspective is what it is, and you were socialized or you grew up in a certain way, you have that viewpoint.
I got a question for you,
You know,
Cal.
Perhaps so.
a lot of us don't get that male viewpoint from a young age, or that male viewpoint is very negative. So we're more skewed toward the female viewpoint. And I'm talking as a person that was raised by a single mother. Most of us were primarily raised by our mothers as the main steady point.
Ooh,
And,
pick me.
and a lot of the women I know, their mother was the main steady point. So
Mm-hmm.
a lot of us start from there. The difference is, as a kid, teachers treat us different. So even if we all start from a female point
I
of view,
can see
right? We
that.
all start from that one
Yeah.
place. The general world, as soon as we get to an age where we're exposed to everybody, the general world starts to impose certain things and start guiding us in certain directions.
I
If
can see
that,
that. I can see
you
that.
see what I'm saying? So if that's
When
reinforced at home, like,
I can understand it.
and that's the thing.
I
If
can
we have a
understand what you're saying about
to counteract,
generalizing and things like that. Yeah.
most people have a general experience. There's a dude out there
I
that's the
can
unicorn.
understand.
There's a woman out there that's the unicorn, but they're not the norm. Most of us are just.
Well, I've never been accused of being normal.
I got a question from you, Kim. When y'all finish, y'all
Yes,
back.
sir. Go ahead.
Have you had? When was
What's
the
your
last
question?
time you had a conversation with a woman where she was accused of something that she actually did?
Keep going, Pat. Oh, you about to cook?
She's
Hey, Pat,
that she was
go ahead.
accused of something that she actually did.
Well,
Yes.
he was about to cook.
When was it? Have you had one? And if you haven't
I'm
had
trying to
one,
think. Well, yeah, at a former employer, there was a woman who was accused of something that she actually did. Yes, that was about.
did she? How did she respond?
Oh, she acted a fool.
And
She acted a fool.
I'm pretty sure if you've been around enough women before, and you've ever been around a woman that have been accused of something right there on the spot that they actually did. That's the thing, that they actually did, or whatever.
Yeah. Yeah.
How hard is it for them to admit that they did that shit? Or not even that, or if they do admit to it, how fast does it take for them to have an excuse or a reason why they had to do it?
Shit.
Oh, come on,
Oh
last call.
Lord. Well, this particular situation I'm thinking about, this individual never admitted
Never. Why would
to
she?
anything.
You want to feel better. That's all I'm saying.
I
I'm
would
not
say
they're right to not admit.
not only to feel better, but because she didn't want to be held accountable.
Well, this is the thing about situations. We don't give a fuck about how you feel. You did the shit. See, that's the thing when you're a man and you did some shit and somebody feels some type of way. We don't give a fuck about how you feel. You did the shit. If you stole money from another person and that person finds out, you gotta get, you know what I'm saying? We don't give a fuck how you felt or what you were going through. You went behind my back and stole money. You know what I'm saying? We put that into play with a woman or whatever.
Yeah,
make me feel better right now. I don't want to hear about what I did. I know what I did was wrong. Make me feel better. As opposed to, no, you're going to hear what you did wrong.
So, yes, Kim, you might be the one out of the 10 or whatever that, hey, I take accountability. But I want you to go back to all them other women, folks. And I know you're a woman. I know y'all got this undying, I would say, loyalty to the woman's society or whatever, where you can't admit to certain shit or whatever. But I want you on your own to think back to all them motherfucking times that you seen a woman get accused of something that she actually did. That she actually did.
It's gonna come with an apology, like, well, if you felt that way.
Yeah,
well,
that.
You know what?
And then try to remember her actually saying that she did it. That she did it. Matter of fact, I got a friend right now. Right now, she got 2 daughters. 2 daughters. The youngest one is birth one. She got or whatever. Every time she get accused of something, she don't ever admit to it. She'll say, "Well, he did this and this, and she did this and this, and this don't get something that don't got nothing to do with her.
Don't have anything to do with what we're talking about." Yeah.
Exactly.
Well, I tell you, this particular situation that I'm thinking about was the lady actually did what she was being accused of. Oh, you know she acted a fool.
But did she admit to it?
Did. Of course not.
Okay.
Of course not.
And that's the shame that we're talking about. Like, I think the problem is not that we can't find another word. I think the problem is we need to face the word. Like white people need to face the history of America and, or whatever. We need to face the
Mm-hmm.
word shame as the word shame. That's what it is.
Hold on,
Yeah,
can,
you go.
can I say something real quick? And this ain't to
Mm,
your point at all, but I want to address this. Brother of a certain age, hit the link, come on up and speak your piece. But I'm gonna say this. Yes, but life is going to hold you accountable. Life is not going to hold your sister accountable that does the same thing. There's going to be a
You
lighter
don't think
sentence.
so?
No,
not as quick as it does for men.
watch this. Watch this. We look
I
at
don't
it
know if
like
I agree with that.
you don't
Y'all
have.
got way too many
I'm not
programs to help
gonna
y'all
say
out
what
this
I feel.
for you
That's what
not
I'm
to.
saying. I'm not gonna say what I feel. I'm gonna just tell you to look at your experience. The dude in your family that has shitted away his life gets what supports from the family. The woman in your family that is shitting away her life may have 6 kids that she had on purpose, out of wedlock, don't give a fuck. She ain't trying to get a job. She cool with everything. Watch how much the family gonna pitch in when she say, I need. Watch how much people gonna be like, man, if you don't come on, get your shit together, boy. It's a difference in a
Hmm.
that's ingrained in society. It ain't you. It ain't your household. When you go outside, the world is going to treat you different. The woman that goes to the same banker is going to get a different approach than the man. A woman that goes to the same uh, job interview is going to get a different approach than a man. But we wonder why women are often, especially in our community, doing better. It's not. It's an opportunity thing. Like there's a comfort there. You're gonna be all right. Come on. I don't want
It's not
I don't want to see you cry, so
You
let
know,
me make sure you know. But you don't want to see it because
I wish my cousin
it's
was
the
here.
same, it's the
I
same
have a
privilege
guy cousin.
as a person that's above a 5. I'm going to get a privilege that a person that's a 1 ain't gonna get. On a job interview, even another man is going to give me a job over the dude that got boils on his face and look crazy. And that dude may be more qualified. And the dude that look better than me,
Yeah,
he gonna have a so I'm even like it's just inherent biases, and it don't make it that we all horrible as human beings or none of that. It's just these are the facts of how we see things. And when you know that if we were to address these things in younger generations, then we get a group of adults that don't have these issues. They're not having this conversation in 20 years because nope, we all feel the same accountability. We all feel the same whatever. We all experience the same life. So now when I'm an adult man talking to an adult woman and she talking to me, we both had the same experience, so we get it. As opposed to let's approach it
hmm,
differently from the jump. Like again, you're coming from a perspective of a woman that was taught by a man. So you come from the same thing that we come from. The perspective that taught you at home and was the strongest influence on you came from the same perspective that we would see it. So yes, you get it.
yeah,
I wanted
yeah.
to. I wanted to.
If I'm and I even and again, even in the chat, we got 3 out of the 10. I fucks with it, but again, it's a reason why y'all would even come over here and fuck with us because you see the world in a certain way, and you even if you disagree with our point, you can agree on the perspective it comes from. So we already starting from a same base. We just may differ on the application, right? But
That could be.
because
Yeah, yeah,
let's
yeah.
have initial perspective, you're not confused by what we're saying. You get it. You just may
No,
disagree. You see what I'm saying? And that's okay
yeah,
because most
yeah.
men may not agree, but we understand. Most
Hmm.
women outside of you and the women that we probably gonna interact with because it's gonna be
And
most comfortable for us
the five
because
other unicorns that are out there.
you do get it. So outside of y'all, the average woman that you will come across, even if it's 6 out of 10, say, right? So you still got 4 that's solid, but you're not coming across them 4 in general. If I get 2, then I get 2, then I get 2, then I get 2. Then I end my day with the last 2. What is my general impression of my day? Women are similar to this. You see what I'm saying? The
Mm-mm.
same. If you get two, you might get two assholes in the morning that approach you, and you like, God damn, niggas ain't shit. Then two great guys. Oh man, dude's cool. Then two
Oh man,
assholes. Then
you
two
talk
good
like
guys.
dudes approach me. They don't be
And then,
approaching me.
I'm not even talking about approach. I'm talking about just in your general, like you may be going through a work day. The first two dudes
Yeah,
is
yeah.
like horrible guys. Then the next two dudes is like the stand-up dudes. Then the next two dudes is
Mm-hmm.
horrible guys. Then the next two dudes is stand-up
Mm-hmm.
dudes. But then your last two dudes in that last 3 hours of your workday are horrible. Your
Mm-hmm.
general impression of your day as you go home is, man, them niggas won't shit today.
Yeah,
Now,
they
them
messing
four
up.
dudes that showed up were there. That don't negate them, but your general impression was that. You might even shout out, man, thank God for those four dudes. And the reason they stand out is because they were not the norm. The norm never stands out to us. That's why we take shit for granted.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
You see what I'm saying? So, like, of course, it
I
don't seem
understand you.
great if that's your norm, but if that's for us, the average woman we come in contact with, if you were to tell her, hey, I don't like how I feel when you do this, it hurts me. Her approach is going to be, even if she's apologetic, I'm sorry, but I was stressed out this week and I was going through this, and I'm in this graduate class, and it's got me on edge, and my period came this week, and I got cramps, and
Oh
I'm,
Lord.
I'm not my normal self, and my boss at work been really laying down on me, so I'm sorry, I've been just really stressed out. Now, not I'm just sorry because I shouldn't have done it. I don't care about all that other shit. That shouldn't make you treat me wrong.
You don't think
But
guys do the same thing?
what I'm gonna say is the average guy don't have a chance to, because guess what? I'm gonna tell you the difference in the outcome. Let's get to the outcome. Let's say both the guy and the girl give that reasoning, okay? Both led with
Mm-hmm.
that. The end
Okay.
result is the guy's sleeping his ass on the couch. That apology wasn't acceptable. Let me not accept that apology from a woman.
Oh
It's
my God.
wrong for me because she
Oh
don't
my
want
goodness.
that she was wrong. It's not the fact that she wasn't wrong. It's not even the fact that she might not work on it later, but it's the fact that her approach isn't to immediately work on what's wrong. It's to make herself feel better. And that comes at the expense of something.
Mm-hmm.
It's just a difference in approach. It don't make her wrong. I'm not even mad at her because that's what we deal with, and men have become accustomed to. Let's even go there. It's the shame of, we have to deal with this. A woman will not. A woman will be celibate by herself, angry as fuck, and the watchdog of the crew, because she wanna be, man, fuck these niggas. A man ain't about to do all that. Look, man, I'm pissed off, but I still want to be around a woman. We will not, like, it's the shame of settling. You won't be what life is. Nope. I'm gonna get the perfect life. I can get everything. No, you can't. No, you can't.
No, you can't.
No,
No,
you
no,
can't.
yeah.
But if you come from a male perspective from your base, you will understand the fact and have a different outlook. It's the
Yeah.
idealism versus the
I don't think you
realism.
can have everything.
Both are needed. You have to have some idealism to get innovation. So it's not that we
Mm.
don't need it. It's just different energies. And if you are able to understand the other energy, the difference is, because the accountability piece makes people not want to feel bad. They won't get better to actually make the conversation better. But there are people like you, so there's hope, but you're still the minority. That's the sad. That is the sad part,
Oh
because
God.
we can agree to disagree at the end of this conversation. Let me agree to disagree with 6 out of 10 women. That's not going to happen.
Kim, if you
I
would
would like.
hear the conversations I would have with women from time to time throughout my single life, you'll look at me like, why the hell you're talking? You ain't gonna be mad at the women. You're gonna look at me like, what the hell you talking to them for? That's the crazy thing about it. That, hey, why the hell they
Oh,
crazy
don't
like this?
assume that, Pat.
Watch this.
No, I'm telling you, that's the general.
Never
That's
seen
how
that.
general. That's how we generally think.
I'm gonna give it to
Why
Usher.
the
Watch
hell you talk? It. Why
Oh
the hell
my
you talking to him,
goodness.
Pat?
Listen,
to him.
I think you're a good guy, Pat. So if someone was acting crazy with you, I'd be looking at her like, what's wrong with you?
But watch
You got a
this.
good
Watch
dude.
this, Kim. But watch this. You think that it's a lot of women that still treat this dude bad for no reason.
Uh,
Because he is a great guy. Why you think he's still single? Because they be tripping. They don't have
They
no sense.
batshit crazy and delusional
oh
out here.
goodness.
Like, what the
That's
hell?
his general experience.
I was trained by my mom, and I'm come from a single parent home until she remarried or whatever. To be the perfect gentleman, the same way my grandma taught me to be the perfect gentleman and everything. I am like fucking boyfriend trained like a motherfucker.
He's only an
If,
asshole on the
even
podcast. In real life, he's really a dope dude. I gotta give him respect on that.
I
even with my
believe you.
female friends, I treat them like that I'm not even having any type of relationship with. I treat them like I'm with them when I'm out with them because that's the
Mhm.
rules that I is ingrained in my head. But the
Well, yeah,
treatment that
that's
I
great.
get back, the treatment that I get back, I get just for being nice. If I'm nice, I'm a sucker. I
That you
can't
got
be
there
a
out of this
sucker.
conversation is my point exactly.
Like if I'm being nice, I'm a sucker. I can't be nice to you. If I'm being nice, I'm being soft. If I'm, you know what I'm saying? Like if I say how
That
I
is one.
feel, I'm being sassy.
Come on.
Like
Because you know why? If
Sassy.
you're doing those things, it holds up a mirror and it makes people feel accountable. When
uh,
you are an asshole walking through life and you will meet that person that's actually altruistic, it holds up a mirror to who you are. And your
I get
approach.
hated on, like just
And your,
because of that same reason what he just
watch
said.
this. When you go to church and the preacher get to talking, we hear two different things. A man hears, damn, I gotta fix this shit. A woman hears, damn, they gotta fix that shit. And and
That
in
is
this
unfortunate.
conversation, the more we have it, you will watch that initial interaction you had with the world, not your parent, not your husband, not your current. I'm talking about the initial interaction you had with the world and your general day-to-day experience is going to show up in our conversation. It's going to come out. And you're going to prove my point, and then I'm going to be like, well, yeah, that's what I was talking about. And it's not because it's not a bad thing. It's okay to prove somebody's point. I can prove somebody's point. That don't make them bad. It just means they made a good point. But in
Mhm.
that inherent way of seeing the difference in that, it's I don't want to feel bad. I'm cool with feeling bad and being wrong. Probably gonna teach me something that's gonna make me right in the next conversation I have. The
Well,
average
those
I interact with on a day-to-day basis, and the average statistics as far as sports services leanings towards interactions that go in their favor because of way ends in me having this theory. Women are experienced and socialized to feel better. Men are experienced and socialized to get better, work harder. It's not
are.
bad or good. It's what our general society has become to and our culture has led to. And regardless of your individual experience, it's going to lead back to it because, again, even in this conversation, it there's not a fact that anybody's brought up to actually rebut what I'm saying. It's just I don't feel that way. My personal experience, my anecdotal, but there's like again, you can look at how many services are there for men and women. What if you look at your family structure? When we asked you, you had to laugh because even in your experience, you don't do it, but look at all the women around you. Yeah, they be, they do be
Yeah,
like
some
so.
would be acting crazy.
Like we
Yeah.
talking when we get to talking in generalities, it hurts. It don't feel good because those are my sisters. I don't want to admit that about them. For us, it's you better admit that about them because if not, you're a fuck boy, and we're going to treat you like that as a society. You're toxic. You better call out the bullshit in your brother,
So,
and you better get your shit together,
so,
nigga.
you guys have been friends for a long time, right? You and Pat and Face. So
Yeah.
let's say Pat is tripping and acting, outside of himself.
Yep. You've
That's
seen it.
Would
not
you go to
that's
him and be like,
normal.
dude,
You've seen
That's
it on.
normal.
We hold each other accountable very much. Like we are willing to fight
okay,
each other. Like because we
okay,
still gonna be brothers at the end of the day, but we also not gonna let my brother go out bad. Like my brother has had to pull me to the side and check me. My brother has had to literally grip me up, pick me up by my shirt collar, and lift me the fuck up out of a building before. Like nigga, you tripping?
oh my God, yeah,
And I've had to do the same. Like we're all very comfortable with like having those difficult conversations because we don't want to feel better. We want to be better. And I'm gonna accept
okay,
that from him as opposed to most people because I know he loves me and he wants me to be better.
right,
When I was on last call
right,
show, he brought up a point between me and Face when me and Face had a negative interaction. I had to come back and tell Face, "Hey man, I ain't see this." But my brother held me accountable, and I got to come back and apologize to you for this because I didn't see it, but my brother saw it, and that means that it's something there. And I can't just look at that
hmm
as like he wrong. How dare he talk to me like that? And he ain't got my back. It's no, he checking me. Like let me receive that. And that difference
hmm
in approach is the thing. The general woman that I come into contact with, that most men come into contact with, most women come into contact with, will see that as the woman didn't have my back in this situation between me and this other person, as opposed to no, you checking me on the bullshit that I had in this situation with other person. I may be right even in the overall situation, but I had my wrong and I was fucked up for it. And I need to check that shit. Nigga, you wrong.
hmm
Even if you said it in a nice way. It was a checking. It was a hey, bro, no, you got to be accountable for that. You got to go back and fix that. Don't let
I
me
got you,
slip.
I got
And that difference in approach is the thing. Women will rally around the girl to make her feel better instead of checking her on. But you know you wrong, right? You did that nigga crazy. This your part in it. Why are you losing this good relationship over this? Why are you getting divorced? Like, nah, that you tripping on your part. The nigga gonna have that conversation with his boy. Yeah, I heard you, and I'm gonna be there for you to let you vent.
The
And then
girl that
and then the next day I'm gonna call you and be like, hey nigga, but you know on your part, hey, you was tripping. You ain't had to talk to her like that. You ain't had to do that. You shouldn't have been out there. You like we gonna give it to you. That's the difference in
okay,
approach.
and the girl that had the
yeah,
other guy back, even though she was wrong, will probably secretly talk behind her back to the dude she was wrong to, and then try to get up on her. I've seen that before too.
wow.
Ain't I ain't I
Well,
see
listen, I guess I ain't been out in these streets in a minute. Wow,
I
they
won't even
really
about that.
doing it different than when I was a young woman.
Yeah.
No, they
But
did the
their
same thing.
times were different,
They just didn't do it as much.
Again.
They
Look, look, look,
baby.
look.
just
Hey,
didn't do
hey,
it as much. That's all. Well, you
Pablo,
think they learned it from
Pablo,
that?
who this woman?
No idea is original.
I said, who this
Nothing new.
was?
What you talking about?
Point
You know
taken, point
right.
taken.
What you mean who this woman? My wife, you knew that.
Mm.
Yep, point taken.
So we're not about to do that. Like, no, it's been there. All of these dynamics have been there. It's the problem is we haven't still as a society changed the way we socialize children. So children still keep
And,
getting boxed.
and,
It's
and I
the
think
reason
also
lesbians
we have social media and all that now too.
because there's still women dealing with each other from a place of no accountability. So when you get the stud online talking about, yeah, man, these women out here ain't shit. It ain't from a place of vitriol. It ain't from a even self-hating place. It's from damn. I thought this was gonna be different. No, it's not a bad thing. It's you're socialized a certain way.
So you're not talking about like the blue pill,
I'm
red
socialized.
pill.
I have to address my aggression, my all of that stuff. I have to address that. I can't go past that. That's my approach. Let me get better. The average woman I
You're
come
not
in contact
talking about
with needs to
these
address
blue
her
pill,
stuff.
red pill dudes, are you?
Nope.
No, because they need to address their
Okay.
shit too. They be fucked up too. Because their problem is
Yeah.
they'll take a piece of fact, but then they'll go to the extreme with it, and that ain't real life. Or they're talking
Yeah.
to like top 10% of men, and that don't fit me. Most dudes I know is average. I don't know that many rich niggas that are just like balling out of control and have billions of dollars and can just that ain't
hmm
our lifestyle. On an
Right.
everyday basis, we dealing with everyday women that we probably gonna have to go 50-50 at some point on something, because that's gonna make us actually get to wealth. And then when we get there, when one of us finally hit our peak, the other one will support to the other one. Like, we're gonna have to compromise. So we gotta live in the real world. No, ain't that. Like, we don't
Yeah.
even really
Okay.
gender role. We believe in who's best at it, who's comfortable with it. Forget who's best at it. Who wants to do it? If you want
Mhm.
to finance here, let me give you my check. You figure it out. Because I want to be the one that goes around the house fixing everything. That's my desire. So I'm gonna probably do
Okay.
it better, even if you're starting off equipped better. I'm gonna put more in time and investment in it because I want to do it. You ain't gonna like it, so you gonna whatever. You want
I'll
to
just leave
wash
it
dishes?
up to you.
Great. Want to do the laundry and fold it? Great. Now we there. You want to cook every day? Great. I want to clean the floors. Great. We on the same page. I want to go outside and cut the grass and do the landscaping. You don't want to do that? You want to organize? Great. And we fall into what we like to do and what fits, and that would be the best thing. So we live in the real world over here. But there are red pill points. But the problem with the red pill or the blue pill or the green pill or the orange pill or the pink pill or the sprinkle lady or all of that is they take a little bit of truth. Then they go the other way with it. Like, hold on, but no, you started here and that was okay. We could talk about that.
That sprinkle lady is
Oh,
annoying.
you over here. I'm done. Okay, never mind. I can't follow you there.
I don't know the sprinkle lady. I
You
don't know.
it good
I
you
don't know.
don't, because oh my god, she is the most annoying sounding bitch.
We
I
don't go for those
think
pills. No. We actually anti pills. We just live in
Okay.
real life. And in real life,
I've seen some of these red
everything.
pill, blue pill guys, whatever they are, and I'm like, they're crazy.
Oh yeah, they're nuts. But everything is similar about us as men and women
well they
until you
have
Yeah.
that's
the
because you
way we
do.
process shame or accountability
Tiz,
or
listen,
integrity,
Tiz, you said
whatever.
you like to do landscaping. You in Georgia. I might have to recruit you
Man, come on, man. Like, I like to get out in the yard and pull weeds and get the tillage and
because my,
yeah,
my backyard is a hot mess.
it's therapeutic for me. Like, I get excited about a lawnmower. Oh, these niggas have turned the lawnmower on in the morning. Let me get my ass out there.
Not me,
Listen,
not
my
these
backyard is
Like,
a
you
hot
gotta clean
mess,
the
Tiz. Don't be threatening me with a good time.
look, when you hear one lawnmower go off, all of a sudden you see 7 of us. Get it, baby. Let's get it.
Oh my goodness!
Yeah. I'm talking
Look,
about
I need
7 days
some landscaping help
right
for real back there.
cutting grass, happy as fuck, pulling weeds and edging
Now,
lawns.
I'll plant some flowers and stuff.
We be happy as fuck. I'm talking about we
I'll
be out
go
there
out there and water
balls
and
on.
plant some flowers and stuff. But all the rest of that stuff they got, I need a tiller and all that kind of crap. That's above my pay grade. That's over my head. I need somebody to help me with that.
Leave me alone.
But you know what? Last call has been very patient.
Should I be over there? Hey, just bring me a glass of lemonade.
I'll make it from scratch.
Pull weeds, nigga, not no weeds. But hey, look. Hey, look.
I pull weaves.
Hey, look, a brother of a certain age.
Oh, y'all.
Let me be honest. If it's a
Listen.
certain
I'll
type,
pull the weave.
if it's a certain type of night,
Oh, Pat.
you out there. It might get pull a weave or two. A wig. I've
Y'all
gotten that.
funny. Y'all crack me up.
I'm talking about we full hair and baby hair, and then oh shit, you got the Cleo braids. Well, I'm gonna grab them too. Let's keep it going.
Oh, golly.
Set it up on your left, yo. Set it up on your right, yo.
Hey, don't
Oh, no. I might be getting more than I was bargaining for. Well, listen, you guys, it's always fun to talk to y'all. Even if we don't always agree, I always enjoy talking to y'all.
And I appreciate
so I'm gonna drop down, and poor last call. He's been so patient.
Hey Kim, you know what's gonna be funny?
What up, Kim?
What's funny?
It's like all week, and then by next week, I might agree with some of it. That's the beautiful part of it. I might not agree to think on it, and the more I reason with it, it might, you know what I'm saying? And that's the beautiful part. Like, it's the willingness to like just hear it. And I thank you for giving it, because that's also what we need. It's a lot of testosterone on this show, and we need that just kind of even shit out and be like, well, hey, no, this is a different way of looking at it.
Yeah, yeah. Like I said, I
Appreciate
must be a unicorn. So, you know,
it. You are
if
different,
you had
but
another woman on here, she might have a whole different kind of perspective. You never know.
the link is in the chat, man.
I just want you, Kim, next time you have a conversation with a woman involved and she get accused of something,
Hmm.
I just want you to observe
Hmm.
how she acts. I
Mm.
just want
Okay, I will
to
do
go
that
back to
just for you, Pat.
just do that.
I will do that for you.
And you know what you're gonna find?
What
Damn, I am.
do I get to report back?
Yeah,
Oh,
please report
great.
back, and then come back and be like, damn, I
Okay.
am the unicorn. I didn't realize that's what y'all was dealing with. I'm sorry. These,
Hey, the
Oh
studs.
Lord.
Hey, the studs realizing that shit
like,
right now. They looking
our
them
chat is very unique, so I want to be clear. Like, these are not people that are like gonna fit most stereotypical norms fully. If you done found your way over
I
here,
understand.
cool with what I'm saying to listen to it. Like, you are gonna be a little different than the average person. Let's just be clear. But outside of our little bubble, watch when you talk to them. You're gonna be like, oh, these, what the hell wrong with y'all?
I will do my best, Pat, to put on my observation hat, and I'll let you know what I find.
Mm-hmm.
Okay?
I'll be
Because
right
Fair,
here to say,
fair enough?
yep, yep. I'll be right here to say, yep.
Okay.
I tell you, right?
All right, guys. I'm gonna drop down. Poor last call's been hanging in there for the longest. Bless his heart.
so
How
Cool.
you
It's
doing,
cool.
last
You
call?
guys been doing the work. What up? What up?
I'm gonna go listen from the back.
Came in with the Barry White voice. Hey, everybody, this last call.
hey,
To my first,
we got the fifth
my
partner
last.
chat, and we got the fourth partner right here on the stage, man. It's beautiful. It's a good night. Holla.
What up? What up? I'm not gonna piggyback on none of that because that was a whole lot of shit going on, and I think you guys said everything about it. So I'm just chilling, and I'll get in on the next thing that you guys are getting on.
Hey, look, last call is one of them dudes that like to be a newer content creator. He got it. That boy got his media training on. He's like, yeah, I ain't sliding none of that shit. One perspective, hell no.
No.
Smart man. Hey, look, we'll take all the bullets for you, my brother. We got you.
That's cool. That's cool. You know,
Yeah.
I don't know. You guys still talking about it, or what we doing? What we doing?
No, I mean, I think we done. You know, I think the biggest thing is,
Oh
look,
yeah, we extinguished that one.
we appreciate it. Put it in the comments. Put it in the chat. Like, I can appreciate all perspectives. I just look forward to somebody giving me an actual fact that rebuts it. I don't see one. My theory gonna remain the same until somebody rebuts it. So hey, tell me why I'm wrong in the comments. Tell me why I'm wrong in the chat. Give me your thesis, and then let's talk about it. Like, because if I'm wrong, I want to be wrong. I just haven't had the experience and or the empirical data to tell me that I'm wrong. So I'm cool with all of it. Hit me. Let me be your punching bag.
Right.
Yeah. Hey man. Hey, look, man. I'm cool with that.
What's the top three?
I ain't getting punched back.
All right. What we got? What we got?
We got the good
And fuckery. And my blunts rolled. So,
we got a Tiz top three.
no, we in the good today.
good and fuckery.
All right, let's do it. Let's
Come on
do
with
it, dog.
Oh yeah, we do got a 10 top 3 later on this evening though. Yes, we got you.
Yay. All right.
All right, so this good and fuckery is to inform people that we're fucked up here in America. Because that's pretty much all the fuckery that I have seen so far.
What did he say? What?
We're fucked up in America today. This is all the fuckery I've seen so far throughout this week, and it's all just, oh yeah, we're fucked up, and and we're fucked up.
All right.
Yeah. So I'm just giving y'all all fair warning, and y'all survive accordingly.
That does not make you happy about what we about to talk about in any way. I'll tell you that.
We
all
know
right.
this already.
It's fuckery. Well, yeah, they said the honeybees are deaths are skyrocketing, and our food supply is at risk. That's been going on, but it's getting worse. That's another.
That's bullshit. We got so much wheat in this world, we'll never go hungry.
No, I will say this.
What's that company? Mazzola or whatever that one of them damn corn places are gonna make sure we got some food. We got
Monsanto.
Monsanto, yup. There you go. We'll eat. We'll be fine.
All right, one good that popped. Well, I don't know. It depends. It depends on how people feel about this. So, a new Friday film is officially in the works.
No, it ain't.
That I mean, they said
half the cast going to be zombies.
Ice Cube and DJ Pooh.
But they say it's officially happening. I confirmed in a recent interview with Warner Brothers, he's finally agreed to move forward with the project.
That Ice Cube and DJ Pooh said.
Well, that's what it says. Ice Cube confirmed in a recent interview with Warner Brothers that he finally agreed to move forward with the project.
Ice Cube project. My bad. That was an audio. I didn't hear that. Okay, cool. Ice Cube said it. Okay, all right. I'm going to see.
Executive Mike DeLuca for helping revive the film after years of delays and disputes. And let's see. I wanted to put this last thing. Now, this next thing was just pretty much a summary of the movie, but there's still no official release date or plot detail.
Can you get your head off the feet? Face, is that you? Last call, is that you?
That ain't me.
Is that me? What? I was muted.
Somebody.
That's you.
My mic is literally floating in the air.
Yeah, mine is stuck in my ear, so.
That might happen.
While he talking. Hey man, stop rustling, man. Sit still.
I'm here. I ain't making none of that noise. I'm on the iPad.
Somebody, right? Anything that the iPad is touching, if you touching it, it's gonna make sound. The speaker is on the iPad. It's like a phone.
But I ain't touching nothing on the iPad either.
No, what is the iPad on, Pat?
It's on the table.
Are you touching the table?
No.
Or anything on the table?
No.
Were you when the sound was going on when you were talking about the topic?
What is this Abbott and Costello routine here? iPad on the table. Is it on the table? What are you talking about? The iPad.
Very basic.
You pad? No, my pad. It's on the
25. Like this ain't.
God damn, what are we doing?
You're touching things that the thing is on. Stop.
All right. Well, all right. I'm gonna just.
Was it touching the table?
Was
it touching the chair?
Face dog.
What was it touching?
On the table. We can hear that if your phone is on the table. Like it's the same. When I used to be rustling the candy in the mic, we can hear that. It's right there. Like I know I'm
touching the napkin.
I'm true. I don't even remember where I was at. Oh no, they say they haven't had a plot or a release date yet for it yet, but it's supposed to come out. But there is also hope that Chris Tucker will return to Smokey. Though Chris Tucker was hesitant about it, he has stated that he would only return if the script is right and it aligns with his personal values. But we'll see. But Ice Cube says he's cool with it, so we'll see how cool with it.
Of course he is.
These niggas gonna be old as hell on Friday. They're gonna have gray hair and shit. They better be talking about their kids or something by now.
Yeah, what's the plot gonna be? Can we look at a couple things? First of all, weed is legal. All right.
But in that state.
Well, right. So I'm just wondering what they're gonna go. and do like a couple generations have passed. Obviously, quite a few cast members won't be able to be in it anyway, right? And it's more fanfare for what they're gonna do for the fans for this Friday.
They're
All
gonna
right,
hire John Weatherspoon.
If I was them, I would do nothing but fan service. I would give
that's
the fans everything that they even talked about over the years that they wanted to see. I would have Smokey and Day meet up out of nowhere. I would have I would just throw the book at it. Like fuck it. At this point, because
Look
what
up all the memes there have been about Friday
and
past
don't give me no how high 3
decade.
or whatever they gave us with DC Young Fly. And I'm like, I don't want that
Mhm.
noise.
and it's like I'm glad if you're an actor, man, just act. Like I'm good that what's his name? Chris Tucker found God and he's this, that, whatever. But
Come
you
on.
started on the shit, dude. You're an actor. Just
We
fucking act.
smoke weed. We got you, buddy. Okay.
With all this righteous shit. Just go do the thing.
Folks
And
have
yeah, just go do the goddamn movie, man. Who want to care about all your shit, dude? Smoke fake weed. They got fake weed. It doesn't align with your values. You mean the values you use to fucking get rich in the first place? Shut the fuck up with this righteous bullshit.
Chris Tucker is like the weed man that got hours. Well, I got between 3 and 4. I got to go pick up my man, nigga. This is your job. Go to work.
Yes.
Pick up the phone. Sell me the weed. Shut up. I want to hear about your goddamn life problems, nigga. My boss say that shit when I'm at work. Hey, I can't do this today, boss. Because nigga, you came to work. Get to work.
I just find that's a weak ass excuse. Like, dude, come on, man. Got your money doing that shit, and now you're like, oh, all right, you can still do it. It's a job.
Yeah.
Nobody's gonna think that's that's your beliefs. You're an actor. You act, you idiot.
That's not who you are. It's people who be acting gay or straight, and they not really gay or straight.
Nobody thought you were Michael Jackson when you were doing the impression in the first fucking place. That was an act. Your stand-up.
Believes you were Smokey. We know it. We know that was your character in that movie. That was a good character. Now just be Smokey again and shut up. And go and hang with Day and stop playing.
And nobody's going to you for spiritual advice, my nigga.
Right. You ain't the guru.
Where is Ja? Where is Ja?
Where is Ja?
Oh, look at the chat.
We need
chat. Brother of a certain age and keeper talking shit about me in the chat. Look at these two. Look at these two.
Let me go be messy. Hold on.
Yeah, I'm about to be messy too. What y'all talking about?
Longer y'all staying on. I'm on the road. We got the rest of the good and fuckery. We got a face vid reaction, and we got our wrestling segment and T's top 3, and a wholesome vid if Face's internet allows him to make it to the end of the show. So we gonna be here for a minute.
Mm-hmm.
We got some show for you.
Yeah, brother. So get home, man. What you doing? These guys.
Yeah, be safe on the road, though, my
brother
boy.
of a certain age. You like Baby D? Damn.
Hey, look, but Baby D can't come back. Ain't the lady of Rage dead?
Wait a minute.
Am I tripping?
Yeah, I think she's very much alive.
I know.
Okay, I could be tripping. It's so many people that since the pandemic.
Jesus Christ, you're killing people.
I'm sorry. No, I'm not trying to.
Damn.
That's Farmville, VA, baby.
Golly.
No, she's still alive.
Okay,
yeah.
Amen. Okay, great.
Why are you trying to kill off Lady of Rage, man? She's from your neck
She
of the
was
woods.
rusted and stuff with her Afro puffs.
Yeah, great.
Rock on with
Rock on with her bad self.
How did she get
Thomas Jones still around?
Who?
The girl that played Baby D's sister that was scratching up Day shit.
Yeah, I believe so, but I had thought you said Tom Jones at first. I'm like, what the fuck?
Tom Jones, Tamala, her name Tamala, Tamara, some with a T. The little lady that came out there that was pregnant, that was fucking up.
No. Let's see. I think this is her.
That ain't my baby. That ain't my baby. Oh, that's my baby. Oh, bitch, you can't. You somebody.
Yes, that is her. Tamala Jones. She's still alive. She's 50 years old, and
said she's 50.
Mm-hmm.
Damn, I knock her 50 old down. What?
And
She ain't old.
lady
9 years old.
like in her, she 57. Lady of
God
Rage.
damn.
To her old
There
crazy.
you go.
No, not Lady of Rage. No, I'm good on that.
Lady Rage.
You thought about that, huh?
Yeah, you can miss me. I was still on the table and then you slipped in. Oh, hey, let me.
Or like
Yeah,
Lady
she
of
fit.
Age.
If you hit Rage, you would hit Queen Latifah.
Nigga won't hit Lady of Rage when she was young.
Lady of Rage was like evil Queen Latifah.
I never got on that.
Ooh, nice.
That's exactly what she was. She was evil Queen Latifah.
Like that. She was more lyrical than Queen Latifah.
Fuck the perm. I got Afro puffs, bitch. Rock on with my bad son. Fuck unity.
I don't give a fuck. You call me a bitch. I call you a bitch too, nigga.
I just had a video of them two on like a video game, and it was like he doing like special moves with them and shit.
I just heard the Mortal Kombat nigga say "Lady of Rage."
They could do a buddy cop show.
What? Set it off part 3.
Was there a 2?
Frolic.
No, it's not. That's what
okay.
It's not a 2.
Belly 3, the girl version.
Set it off 2.
Nah.
Rage Unity.
No, Rage got to be a 3.
Why 3?
Why 3? Because 2 has to actually off before we can actually put in Lady of Rage.
We gonna call that shit stud.
Market that shit. Like we gotta read
studs
first before we start introducing new people.
They gonna both have prison braids to be smoking the cools.
If they had
BDs.
If they had Set It Off 2 on the East Coast, who should be the 4 women on the East Coast?
Oh, that motherfucker BDs.
Let's go Scarlip.
What you talking about? Current people?
Well, yeah, since it hasn't been done yet. So say we're casting
Tiffany
right
Haddish.
Who we
what's that bitch name?
Okay, if you gonna name them, which part they playing though?
She from Cali. Tiffany Haddish from Cali. We're going
right. That's a tough one. Right.
I'm going Scarlip. I'm going. Who's from the East Coast?
Who's she gonna play? Which part she playing?
Who Scarlip?
Yeah, who part is she playing?
She the stud. She whoever like the Cleo type
archetype.
Alright,
she Cleo.
She could be the studded like men.
She pulling off and don't and about
That's
to fuck it up. Yeah, she the one that's in the Caprice.
I'd like to see Tyler play one of the roles there. She'd be the quiet.
She'd be the quiet one that had a kid. Okay.
That bitch from Africa?
Not from here.
You're East Coast, dude. Still, come on. It doesn't have to be
the
directly.
Far East.
I take you.
We ain't rolling.
I just want to see her in there, man. Come on, give me that one.
You just want to see Tyler, man. Go watch a video, man.
I do want to see her in there.
Water.
Water.
Ain't she young and shit?
Yeah, she's like 22, 21.
Perfect bank robbing situational type.
Nah, you just want to see Tyler. Go watch her shorts on YouTube or something, man. You know how to do this shit.
You're just not going to cast her?
No, she's not from here. You said East Coast, not East Africa.
I said for the East Coast.
What are you talking about?
Movie.
The East Hemisphere. That is what he said. The Far East.
From the East Coast. I'm not outsourcing this one. I'm not getting nobody.
That's too far east.
We're going to Far East.
All right. Fine.
Get loose.
Too far.
All right. Okay.
You went too far east. You passed the border.
Jesus Christ.
You can't go past the water, man.
Let's get Scarlett Johansson
as the comic relief / Jada Pinkett character.
Let's get Scarlett Johansson to play Jada.
This is tough, man.
Lucy Liu. That's what we gonna.
Oh, you guys.
All
right.
petite.
All right, you're fine.
Tiana Taylor in there somewhere.
Never mind. Let's go Tiana Taylor there. Yeah, I like. No, Tiana Taylor like the Vivica Fox one.
Yeah, I can see that. I can see that.
She the one that actually worked in the whatever we heisted from. And
What's the girl name? Quinta Bronson.
ugh. She the teacher.
She can do the Jada Pinkett part. She can do the Jada Pinkett part. She's short.
Nigga, no.
Who?
Yeah, she's short as shit.
Go
Kiki
get Jada
Palmer
Pinkett for all
the
that. I don't
noise.
like her as a personality, but she looked good and she fit that. No,
I
quit
don't
on
know
her.
if East Coast enough though.
That for a
But
whole
Kiki
movie.
the
We already
noise.
got Scarlett.
Yeah.
About to be looking at
Nia Long.
now. Hey,
She's too old now, dude.
she
You
ain't.
guys keep thinking
She ain't. She just she's
She's
to
never
be in the movie. To
Queen
be in
Mid.
the movie for
Nigga,
Set It Off
yes.
2. She's too
hey,
old.
Yeah.
I still put Bird on that sink and tear that shit up. What the fuck?
It's a movie. We can imagine it.
Boy, goddamn.
Oh,
They
now
got CGI.
and you don't even know is she from the East Coast? See, you guys are
Yeah,
switching the rules, man. I don't appreciate
it's
this.
it's Nia Long. She can be wherever she want to be
This is
from.
bullshit. Then put Tyler back in the movie, dude.
No!
No,
Tyler.
she's not from America.
I want Lucy Liu.
Nobody want no damn
Lucy, goddamn Lou. That's one of Charlie's fucking angels.
Asian shit in here. Asians
Look at
a
look at
black
brother of a certain
Lucy
age.
Liu is a Charlie angel. She can't be in a damn Set It Off.
Nobody's too old for a brother of a certain age. What are you
Not doing this bullshit.
too old? I'm saying for the movie part.
Melissa Ford.
No, dude.
No.
Hell no.
Canada. Shut up.
Um,
Bringing these on. No.
You're thinking her.
Homegrown.
Glorilla.
She's acting now.
Hey, you know I love.
Glorilla.
Hey now.
She's from Memphis, dude.
Always go with Glorilla. I ain't mad at that.
But that is a good cast.
Cardi B.
I like Glorilla.
That's a good one.
I'm not mad at Cardi B. I go with Cardi. Yes.
Okay.
You gotta do something. Ain't been doing shit.
Age range. Still
Give her-
good. Yeah. Hell yeah. She look good. Yeah.
Okay. We're getting some good ones. We got Cardi B, Glorilla,
Yeah.
Lucy Liu.
Tyler,
Nigga.
Scarlett.
and
No. Ain't nobody going to no Mailing. Shut up. No.
And damn Tyler.
Why does Lucy Liu gotta be? She could be a bank teller.
Yeah, she working on
No Grace Jones in there.
Grace Jones. Grace Jones, somebody's grandmother.
I'm going along with the running gag we have here with me. You know,
Patty LaBelle.
We're not about to do
that.
No.
We throw Patty in there.
Who?
Patty LaBelle.
Why are you saying these grandmas?
Look, man. Hey, I ain't gonna lie.
What is wrong with you?
I'm not whole ass off, man.
I told you.
Golly.
Patty LaBelle.
Gladys Knight. Gladys Knight.
Slapping them all and go, hey.
The first Aunt Viv. The first Aunt Viv could go in there.
So would. Hey, look, she gonna be sitting down, be hitting that shit. She gonna be like, "What's my name?" And I'll be like, "Patty."
Patty.
All right.
I ain't making that noise that time. Y'all can't even get me on that.
Yeah, I know that too, nigga. We know where it's coming from. We see your little shit crackling on your avatar.
That's not me.
Nigga.
I'm not the one crackling shit.
You guys don't even know when you're on. You hear you rolling up the blunts. You hear the bottle caps going off. You hear the fucking
happening. Like when I flip my lighter, I'm not dumb to be like, "Oh, don't nobody know what I'm doing."
It's like,
no, nigga, that's me.
Jesus.
Accountability, fellas. Y'all proving that y'all might be the women I was talking about now. Come on now.
Oh.
Nigga, I'm being accountable for the shit that I did, but I ain't doing that crackling shit.
Oh, that was me that time. Oh, damn, that nigga hit me with the wire shit. What that boy name?
Yo,
Marlo.
No.
Clay Davis. Now? Clay Davis.
I just don't know the actor name, but yeah, Clay Davis.
That man's a
yo. That's the best. Yo, it's certain people that just curse real good. His shit is like a motherfucker from Samuel L. It just feels right. Like, oh, that nigga, like you would think they made them work.
I think that's if he did that shit just so he have a motherfucking like Samuel L. Jackson, that would be so hilarious.
I don't know where he got it from.
Keeper.
I ain't never heard nobody say like I heard him.
Thank you, Keeper.
Did it.
Oh shit.
Kevin Hart got damn.
What about your boy, man? What about your boy? Nobody. I wanted to talk about him on my show. What about Close the Door? Usher, close the door.
Hold on, what?
Who the fuck said that?
You haven't seen this. Oh my God. You guys haven't seen the Marvin Sapp?
Hey yo. Oh yeah, the nigga Marvin Sapp made the nigga stay in the
Close
church.
the door.
It is 40,000 a day.
Hey, shut the door.
Told the Usher shut the door on them niggas, man. We ain't about to move. Ain't nobody moving. Y'all gonna give this bread.
Oh shit. My man's like, close the door.
Yo.
he trapped the congregation in that bitch. And then he went on, I don't know, some show, Ricky Smiley or something to defend himself, and he just looked worse.
I walked into a church convention meeting yelling out Ludacris's Saturday. With a shoulder and the music.
Did you get anything back?
I got a front row seat at the conference and was sitting there eating my pizza while they was talking about the lesson.
The lesson? You don't belong in church at all.
Nigga, that as soon as that nigga said close the doors, I'm getting up and going out. I wish the usher would. We fighting.
Close the door.
When I tell you I'm beating shit down that usher leg today, I'm going to the bathroom.
Close the door.
Yeah. What the fuck? Who are you? You ain't God, bitch.
I don't like to be trapped in places.
That is not in my story. God did not put that in my sound.
Yeah, this nigga sound like a straight mob boss. So he said that shit. Close the
and now this $10 I was gonna put in the plate, I ain't putting shit in there now.
We ain't going nowhere but Waffle House after this motherfucker. Close the door.
I'm going right now. And
I got it.
Wait, I guarantee you, I'm gonna spear that bitch through the door. White gloves. You heard me?
There's 1,000 of you. I said close them
Oh
doors.
shit. Play it.
Damn right, close the doors. And I'm gonna beat the shit out that usher. Get out my way now.
Who's got it? Play it.
Y'all ain't going to place but to the restaurant.
Yep. Going right to go to corral right now. So I am. We'll get them
There's
big
1,000 of you. And those that are watching, it's 1,000 that's watching online.
Yep, watching. And by the law, because you lost your fucking mind, y'all. You guarantee you shut the door on my head.
If I get 1,000 in this sanctuary,
You got to put it back.
dollars tonight.
Close the door.
I'm challenging each of you all down here to give a $20 seed.
Wait.
Money. $20, believe it or not, when my late wife Melinda P. Sapp was alive, was a good date.
Yeah,
I can take
He's reaching.
soda 2 straws.
We ain't about to do 2 minutes of this, but one more time.
You got to go back.
That is involved. There's 1,000 of you. I said close them doors. Close the doors. Close the doors. Close the doors. We all gonna leave it.
You know I had to say it 4 times because there was a nigga like me at the door, like I guarantee you close that door, I'm gonna beat the shit out. Sapp said, I guarantee you close that door right now. I'm trying to get out of here. I'm gonna beat the shit out. I guarantee you. You better not touch it. And they looking up at Marvin like, but this nigga crazy. Hold on.
When you look
Brother, this is the Lord's house, brother. We don't want any violence, brother. I'm just trying to do what Brother Marvin told me to do, brother. I'm sorry, brother, but I'm just trying to do what the brother told me to do, brother.
That's bullshit. That's exactly how it, brother. I just understand, brother. I'm just doing the job, brother. For Jesus.
Marvin Pastor voice left.
For Jesus.
Off. I'm going.
That was a street nigga on the podium.
The tables in the temple. I'm flipping tables today. We about to get into it right now.
If you
nope.
Sorry.
I shut the door on me, bitch. I'm grown. I come and go as I please.
Close them doors. Close them doors.
If you add I'm on this thing now. If you listen to like an Umar or like a Marvin Sapp speech when he says like close the door, if you add like an MF, a motherfucker at the end of the sentence,
Oh no,
that's how
man.
you, that's how you could tell if it's gangster or not. So if you go back, if you hear, yes, yeah.
Oh, you ain't say nothing but a word.
Close the door, motherfucker.
Yeah, you gotta put some
Motherfucker, close the door.
Motherfucker.
in that motherfucker in the back, like
Motherfucker.
if you want
Motherfucker.
go ahead, close the door. Go ahead, close the door.
Motherfucker.
Watch me and you going through that door right now, today. I guarantee you, I'm a
Y'all
bond break.
motherfuckers ain't going nowhere but the restaurant.
Motherfucker.
Gonna slam right through your shit. Jacob,
Yeah, that uncle ass laugh at the end.
Nervous laugh. Close the door, motherfucker.
shit up.
Motherfucker, close the door.
You gonna give me 40,000?
Hey, ushers, close the door, motherfucker.
You better not close that door, man. I swear to God, y'all mean the shit out you. You close that motherfucking door. I swear to God, I'm about to beat the dog.
Dude, that's like if you're like me, you don't even look at Marvin Sapp. You look at the usher like, what you gonna do?
Hey, like, go ahead. Listen to him if you want to. So you're gonna have to figure out who you listening to today. Because right now, I'm right here. He gotta walk there. I'm here already. Which one you gonna listen to?
My first thing is I'm gonna ask him, fuck what Marvin telling you. What God telling you to do right now?
Get your holy beat.
I mean that. I'm about to lay hands in this sanctuary. I beat your ass in the sanctuary.
You know what? I'm so ballsy. I'll even look at the usher like, close the door.
I beat your ass for the rest of the day. Oh yes.
That's fucking unreal, dude. Close the door,
motherfucker. In the name of the Lord.
I don't like to be blocked in places.
I know them white gloves was but sir, but
if it's a Nick sold in the park, I want it for the Lord.
This man is right here, right now, and he said he gotta go pee. I don't want to, sir. He said he gonna knock my gloves off. I don't want to lose my gloves. I just got these gloves last Sunday. Y'all just promoted.
You know they got there's two ushers in the back that really don't care. Like, man, go ahead, bro. I don't even care, man. Go on.
Right, hey, do your thing. Let it be the child. Let it be Children's Sunday. Hey man, y'all go ahead. Do what you got.
Go on, bro. Go on, bro. I don't care, man.
Give me no cut.
I don't even get paid for this gig, man. My mama made me do this.
Ricky Smiley trying to distinguish between shutting the door and locking the door. He did say shut, but some people reported that he said lock the door, which is a minute difference. You know,
when they shut the doors, every person that been to a black church know they mean the usher about to get in front of the door and try to act like a bully. No, you can't leave.
Mm-hmm.
You can't come
in.
They
right. Go real FOI.
Saying is, let you tell somebody to shut that door, and I'm the nigga that got to get out that door. I don't care if they lock it, close it,
put not to live a reality, man.
Shut the hinge. I don't care how you phrase it. I'm beating the shit out of that usher. You hear me?
Light the candle.
Shut the door.
That church is never gonna be the same again. I am turning that church upside down. Somebody going through one of them plate glass windows.
Stained glass window.
Yeah, them stained on, you know, them with the pictures on it. Jesus with the sheep. They going right through them sheep. You heard me? Whatever that little hooked rod that them shepherds carry, they gonna put their face right through that. They going right through it today.
What do you think that? You think they're carrying
the white shoes them ushers be wearing, going right through there? Watch it.
How old were you when you realized that the stained glass windows actually told a story other than just being some stained glass windows?
Oh, y'all church has pictures on my church.
Okay, let me tell you my story on that. My granny was
shit.
So I was reading that too, and I was reading the Bible that too, forcefully, whether I wanted to or not. So I was very much understanding what the hell was going on at Sunday school early, which is how I probably kept getting into trouble with my granny and Face can attest to how many times I got smacked at church. I was the ringleader that was, hey man, come on, man, we're going to get these honey biscuits that churches just came out with from across the street because they ain't talking about nothing here. Come on. Let's sing the Temptations Silent Night while they singing the regular hymn. Let's hey man, I know we're at the church convention, but let's go get the pizza and come in singing ludicrous songs in the middle of let's go.
Yeah, that was his ass.
You just making up the church.
Yeah, I was the kid that like I saw church wasn't it. I knew God.
Let's throw it off the balcony at the church.
I believe in the message. I don't believe in the institution. So early, I was very much so understanding. Oh, I see what y'all trying to do. This propaganda on these damn windows. Yeah,
And why?
Just the bridge.
Every church you go to is a white Jesus. I'm stuck on that. Bruh. Why do we hold that same picture up?
Look, we in white America.
Black is the black city's Petersburg. You telling me this Middle Eastern man was Caucasian?
Look like Matthew McConaughey.
I'll punch the shit out y'all. Get the fuck out of here, man. We ain't about to do this. Come on, let's go get this church chicken, man. They got a 2 for 5 special today. Come on, let's go. I was that kid.
Jesus.
I want you to realize while we were at church convention, Face getting kicked in the head while I'm
Hey man.
Church convention.
That's a good man. Don't be drinking up my trauma.
Hey man,
speaking of my trauma and shit.
We told you go ahead and hit off DeAndrea.
You don't want that shit. Fuck out of here. Leave that shit for Chris.
Should have hit
off.
reminded
me. Remember that scene from the 5 Heartbeats? Did you cry at the end of that movie when Eddie Kane was in church?
Ricky Arsekeeper. What is happening in the chat? What they talking about? What did Ricky do? What I'm missing something.
Not the pastor, Ricky Arsekeeper. What the hell is going on?
Ricky Steamboat.
What about Ricky? What's happening? What
Ricky Steamboat?
I have an idea.
Ricky.
Hey yo, that ain't got nothing to do with no topics we got tonight. But shouldn't Ricky like that nigga ain't never ran through a defense before? You just be running straight into the line.
Zigzag.
Don't even try to like.
He didn't do the J move. Nothing. He just ran in straight in the line of the bullets.
Like you dumb as fuck, nigga. You nigga, have you not lived in South Central your whole life, duck bitch? You running straight up like Michael Johnson. Like, what the fuck is wrong with you?
He just flailing his arms like, no.
Zigzag.
That shit is about the spread. I don't care. It's hitting everything in front of it.
That's right.
Where did you get your hood training? Your brother like should have taught you that.
He didn't have none. He was a shelter child.
The drama class in Maryland that Tupac was up.
What you got next on the fuckery, man?
Before we go to the next thing, Pat. You got any more fuckery?
Mostly, Trump is fucking up the world and everything. And for some reason, the U.S. began production of nuclear warheads 24 times more powerful than Hiroshima. But yeah, we're going to die.
Yeah.
Great.
And the odds of a recession have moved up from 40 to 60. But yeah, that's the fuckery, y'all. All right.
USA, motherfucker. USA.
Yippee-ki-yay.
Y'all said something about Ricky Steamboat?
Smiling.
Ricky Steamboat. Oh, Ricky's the dragon.
I heard something, Ricky. I don't know.
We're talking about
he had a real good feud with Ric Flair and a real good feud with Macho Man.
Right.
Ricky Steamboat.
Well,
but I didn't really like him as a referee. He sucked for real.
Speaking of niggas getting slammed, we about to hit y'all.
Whoa. Whoa. No diddy.
Whoa.
Whoa.
No Diddy.
Is this the Terrence Howard story?
Oh, Diddy, man. No, man. Oh, come on, bro. You wild.
What the fuck, Lord? Last call. What the fuck are you doing?
Oh, man. No.
See, Terrence Howard just came out. Diddy allegations, apparently.
Some shit.
Close the door.
That's what Diddy said.
All right.
Diddy said close the door.
Man, look, no, man, shut up. Wake your ass up. It's about to be your segment.
I'm wide awake, nigga. Wide awake. Have a bitch, but wide awake.
That's how I thought. And then all of a sudden,
always.
That's your avatar.
You said dude slamming dude.
Hey?
All right.
All right, man. We're going into face vid reaction of the week, man. I had a cool segue for it, but y'all done fucked that up. So.
Oh shit! Come on, dude.
Where the hell with it? So we're going to face video segment of the week. Different server, so I don't have the normal face disclaimer, but just know if it gets weird, it's because it's face vid. If it makes sense, it's because it's face vid. Just know it's faces vid, and we're gonna react to it.
Oh shit.
So yeah, whatever happened, and this is what we got for y'all. Here we go, y'all. Let me get this for and make that like that, and then we're gonna hit that. Oh, ain't nothing.
Ignorant. That's just showing how ignorant you are. You came here.
Oh hell.
Oh hell.
You mess up my order, and then I come and I complain.
Oh shit.
First of all, Baltimore.
Already you know.
It's Baltimore.
Shoot.
Shouts out to my Baltimore. You know what I'm saying? I fuck with y'all, but y'all know y'all crazy. Because y'all tell me y'all crazy in y'all stories.
Two. Omar coming. Omar coming. What's
motherfucker said Omar? Oh shit.
Conflict is almost.
God damn, why is this shit acting like this?
okay?
Every day I'm huddling.
Almost inevitable.
That's just ignorant.
Just leave.
Well, the title says seven fast food freakouts. So let's see what we're gonna get here. Is this Taco Bell? Looks like Taco Bell.
That's just showing how ignorant you are. You came here, you messed up my order. You messed up my order. And then I come and I complain, and you just get ignorant and start clapping.
Hey Tiz, why don't you let it play a little in the background for the whole thing, and then we come back, perhaps.
Your hands. I was waiting here 20 minutes, and you should have came out here.
Hold on, what now?
Let it play out, and
What'd
then
you
go
just
back
say?
to it.
Let it play. It said something when I was here 20 minutes ago waiting for my order.
I'm trying to let it play out. It's stopping itself. It ain't me. I'm going back now.
Keeper, what's the million?
At first, that was just.
It looked like she was putting a clip
like acting
in.
with me today. All right, let me pause.
Why would all these people wait? First of all, like if it's taking too long, I'm outie.
Because like, they're sheep.
If I'm the fifth person, I'm like, fuck.
American sheep.
This Big Mac.
She's the double digits. Conflict.
What is happening?
Kind of
is almost inevitable.
This is so stupid.
This is all white dudes. You know they're saying some racist shit in their head. Well, look at these white
That's just
people.
ignorant.
Niggas out there ain't cooking.
You came here. You messed up my order. You messed up my order, and then I come and I can.
My dude's not respecting the employee.
Again, this is not me stopping y'all.
Line.
And you just get ignorant and start clapping your hands. I was waiting here 20 minutes, and you should have.
You get all ignorant.
And said something when I was here 20 minutes ago, waiting for my order. All right.
Tiz, just turn it down and let it play out, and then go back when it has the full thing. You know what I'm saying?
The full what?
Right on Facebook on.
Because it's still downloading that.
What you talking about the full?
Play. He was wondering if that's it, if it just need to download first and then you play it or whatever. But if you already trying that and it still ain't doing what it's doing, it really don't matter.
The moment that Face, like the minutes that Face gave me for the timestamps, the video is buffered past that. I can see the little white line.
Mm-hmm. Okay, I can't really see.
So I know that up until that point it's good. It's just not playing right. It's just doing what the fuck it want to do. I don't have.
Probably StreamYard.
Oh,
Keeper,
man, this is so
what is the million protesters thing you're talking about?
Who is that?
Where are they protesting?
Yeah, what is that? What are you talking about?
They're protesting Area 51.
Stand back, stand down.
Close the door.
I have the million niggas march.
Close the door.
Shit.
I want my 40K.
And y'all in the front? $100. Close. I said ushers.
Every day I'm hustling.
That's what we should.
Every day I'm buffering.
Who you think you fucking with?
But who is protesting? People just protesting.
We all gonna leave together.
Who that?
Y'all ain't place but to the restaurant.
We gonna leave together. Shut the door.
A moment
Close
where machinery will evolve past our capabilities of control.
Close the door, motherfucker. Tiz, you got 5 messages, by the way. So where did they protest, Keeper? Was this in Washington? I didn't hear nothing about this.
Toledo.
Ignorant. That's just showing how ignorant you are. You came here, you messed up my order, and then I come and I complain, and you just get ignorant and start clapping your hands. I was waiting here 20 minutes, and you should have came out here and said something when I was here 20 minutes ago waiting for my order. All right, just going right on Facebook on.
The customer claim. This angry back and forth began when he asked this employee a second time where his order was. 20 minutes.
This is crazy. This is crazy because my order was supposed to be ready at 11:40, and I'm just picking it up right now. And, yeah, keep going. Keep going. I'm going to sit here and eat my food.
He's still going to eat
let
it.
you fuss and cuss.
And though both are failing to
It's still going to buff.
de-escalate,
Is she the manager? Bruh.
only one of them
Man, yo, what the fuck?
Yeah, I'm surprised I never heard
is
of it either.
about to cross
There's so
the
much
line.
bullshit.
Is she the manager?
Oh shit.
I'm the manager.
The employee
First of
grabs
all,
a
don't
pair of
ever talk
scissors
to me
by the
black.
register and throws them
Hey,
What did you?
at the customer.
Now I'm calling the police. That's exactly what I'm calling now. Now I'm calling the police. Thank you.
Come on now.
Shame.
The customer claims he is hit in the shoulder,
Shame.
but is okay.
Shame.
The employee leaves before police arrive.
Man, fuck that
According to
nigga.
Baltimore
Fuck
PD,
that nigga, girl.
she
You were
potentially
right.
faces aggravated assault
You
charges.
goddamn right. You should have threw that goddamn spatula or
Fast
fork, whatever
food
the fuck that was at him.
fugitive.
I'm calling the police. That's exactly what I'm calling now. Call them.
Oh, you.
How dare you tell me I'm wrong?
Call them. Right
You got a napkin? Is that Chipotle?
This is crazy.
So remember, temper your
Fucking witch. I'm the fucking boss.
That's what she said.
expectations when waiting for food.
You should have came out
That is Chipotle.
and said something
Chipotle.
when I was here 20 minutes ago waiting for my order.
And
For
never
my
ever
order.
resort to violence.
Why do you sound like that though? That's my real question.
Sounds
All
like
right.
he's big, like
So,
Biggie.
For my order.
Ugh. My order.
right or wrong in the situation.
Sound like one of them kids from the PJs.
Ugh.
Claymation show.
My order.
Hey, super. With my order.
20 minutes full season. 20 minutes.
Who is right or wrong in this situation?
I'm gonna say both of them was wrong in the situation. How they handle it.
But one person
Well,
was
it's been
worse.
your vid. Go ahead, expand.
Yo, I'm gonna say, I'm like, just
Ooh.
first of all, I don't know how old boy is in the video, but just by voice, he sound like he in 30s or 40s. But he initially tried to handle the situation in the wrong way, or in the right way, I should say. But he was baited into handling it the wrong way, into being a screaming match and some other shit. When him as the customer, he could have just left the situation because he ain't at work. He just a customer. Could ask for his money back, whatever. Been on about his business, but he was forced to engage and to quote unquote lower himself into a screaming match where the cashier or whoever it was, the quote unquote manager, if she really was, instantly handled everything the wrong way. As a manager, if that's her position, she's supposed to be there to de-escalate situations like this, not escalate them. You're the manager, you're supposed to be a leader in the situation, and for customer service, your customer service is supposed to be uh, the the best on this shift. You're supposed to lead by example, so your associates, your subordinates, or whatever you want to call them, see how they are supposed to respond to angry customers or whatever. But you reacting like that just sets a precedent for how anyone will see your staff when you're there. Because if you're acting like that, that's your staff is just as ratchet as or uncontrolled as you are. Because on the basic, you just getting the order wrong or just the long lines or taking long, you can't handle just not even an irate customer, just a customer who's actually was ordered twice. So I say both of them handling the wrong way.
Well,
Pat, last call.
Both of them were wrong. One of them was in the right enough to be wrong. And one of them was just all around completely fucking wrong. Like in general. Like I hope you ain't the manager because like how did you even get that position if that's how you respond? It can't be the manager. Ain't no way y'all telling me that lady was the manager or whatever. That was somebody that the manager could not handle or whatever. But coming in with your phone and in general is already antagonizing. Like unless this is like a thing where it's a known case that this restaurant is trash. Like even with that, just don't go to the fucking restaurant. As a
word
in general, like it'll fix itself once nobody start coming in, or it'll sink like everything else. But coming in with your freaking phone and like, yeah, we want to put this person on Front Street and this, that, and the third. Like you are a TV show. Like you Dog the Bounty Hunter or some shit. Like you, like nigga,
fast
like you
food
do,
hunter.
like why are you doing this? You got some kind of following or something? And then look what you're doing this over. What is this, Chipotle? You could have cooked. Then you ain't have to worry about if your shit wrong. I go in any fast food place already thinking that my shit gonna be wrong some type of way. Just in general. I go in with a prayer. Please don't let it be as fucked up as I think it's gonna be. Especially down here. Whatever. So like
extra cheese.
Shit, I can't even eat cheese no more. I'm like toast intolerant. Like a motherfucker. Like each year it get worse and worse.
Just bubbling.
Whatnot. Like it's like I could eat cheese, but they be putting like too much cheese up there. And I like, no, man, no.
Hey, bro, I don't want to hear about your shitty stories, nigga.
Nah. Anyway, back to the story, lecture at hand and stuff. On his part, yeah, he went in there intentionally expecting this girl to go off. He knows she gonna go off. That's why he got the freaking camera to antagonize her in the first fucking place. And just for that simple fact alone, yeah, I'm putting him in the wrong too. Because you could have just simply went in there and be like, hey, it's been plenty of times I went into the same fast food place and be like, hey, I really wanted this. Y'all gave me this. And they were chill about it. And sometimes I got shit for free. Just because I'm chill. But nah, you wanted to have a fucking reality TV show today. In general. And as for the girl, I mean, that goes without saying. We like, dog, you just come on, B. Throwing spatulas like batarangs and shit.
Was it a spatula?
What the fuck is wrong with you, yo? Like you didn't expect, like you know, she must have already like, well, you know what? I'm getting fired today. I ain't like this job anyway. And if that's your mindset after throwing that spatula, I ain't even gonna get on you like that, man. Cause I know how those fast food jobs be, man. Those shits are trash. I already know. I'm more mad at him now that I think about it. The more I think about it, I'm more mad at the cameraman for starting the shit in the first fucking place. Nigga, you could have went home and cooked. This nigga ain't want to be unhealthy, and now he want to start some shit. That should tell you something right there. It's all around negative. All right, I'm done with my rant. I feel like I talk too much.
I'll let you go. I said, man, she wrong. I ain't about to even mention it. And like, look, the man said 11:20 something to 11:40 something. That means he been sitting there for 20 minutes for a fucking burrito. If you've been to Chipotle, they make the shit in front of you. That shit take like 2 minutes tops, and you at the cash register ringing up your shit. Why the fuck am I here for 20 minutes for a fucking burrito? Put the protein, the cheese, the rice, and the beans and the corn and the damn thing, and roll it up and give me my fucking food. Put these chips in the bag and shut up. Give me a little cup of salsa. Like this ain't no complicated ass meal. Like you ain't making no motherfucking rib eye or no prime rib or no goddamn, sea bass or nothing. Like you making regular fucking food. Cook my motherfucker, get my goddamn burrito. And before I turn on this camera, because I start the camera at the point when I'm already at the 11:40 mark. That means for 20 minutes I've been waiting. Ain't no telling what you done said to me in those 20 minutes that made me feel like I need to turn my camera on to protect myself. So I can catch you throwing these goddamn scissors at me like you a crazy band shit. You crazy ass. What the fuck wrong with you? Throwing fucking scissors. Fuck those scissors. You nut. You's a fucking nut. You damn right I'm recording. Because when the police come, I want them to see I ain't touch her. Because she the type that'll go throw her head into a brick wall and be like, he beat me. No, I didn't. She's a fucking nut. So you're
Turn
damn
this
right.
place into a
You
bar.
doing that at work. Who
And
knows
the
what you
reason
do in
she's
your
crazy
personal
is
life?
the simplest task she could have just, for all that yelling she came out doing, if the nigga said, hey, I've been waiting too long for my burrito, she could have brought her manager ass out, put up some goddamn plastic gloves, made his burrito, and let him be on his way. And you're done with the whole situation.
Boom.
Now you made the company look bad, yourself look bad. You're throwing scissors. You got an assault charge or battery charge coming. Like you done did all this, and you could have just the man just wanted a fucking cheap ass burrito. This ain't no
For real.
fucking gourmet meal. Get a man a damn burrito. I don't know why these people that work in these goddamn fast food restaurants be trying to act like they serving goddamn the meal of the day. Like, shut up. Give me the goddamn food
Put
and get
some
on.
taco on my burrito, baby.
I know I ain't
If
paying
you
extra
my
for no
food,
ketchup.
realize y'all are lazy back there. Y'all high as fuck on your phone, and you sitting there in fucking Crocs, walking
That's a
around with
word.
dumb hairstyles. Like y'all young,
Word.
y'all 15. Like, give me the goddamn burrito, ma'am. Why are we at this point where I gotta pull off my shit 20 minutes later? I shouldn't have a phone out 20 minutes later. I should already be gone on my way doing a food review of how good the burrito is, not sitting here 20 minutes later waiting on a burrito. It's a burrito, people. It's a burrito. I make burritos at home, and I can make a whole burrito in 20 minutes, in less than 20 minutes, from scratch. It's a tortilla with some type of a protein, some rice, some beans, maybe some corn, some lettuce and shit, and maybe some salsa. And you put some chips in the bottom of a bag, and you wrap that burrito up and put the burrito on top of them chips in the bottom of the bag. And you put a little cup of salsa in there, and that person's on their way happy as a pig and shit. What are we talking about here? It's her. What's her name? What you say her name was? Melissa?
Nicole.
Monroe?
Wasn't it
Nicole? It's Nicole's fault. We ain't gotta go no
I thought
further.
it was going to be Keisha. Close the door.
And normally I'm not a fan. But when you're dealing with a nut, you better record it, because they again will go to the police and tell them that you did everything and you ain't did not a damn thing. All you do is ask for your burrito repeatedly as she banged her head on the wall. And, the police show up and you got a damn assault charge on a woman. Hell no.
Get
that shit together.
What the fuck is going on?
She crazy.
What I'm at two adults explaining to a cop. I was waiting for my burrito, and she fucking wigged out, threw a napkin at me. You gotta explain this to another adult.
No, she threw scissors. The narrator was very clear what she threw. She threw scissors, something that
was it
could
scissors
stab
for
me
real?
dead in my shoulder.
Yes.
Yes.
Even being
The man said she threw the scissors.
I don't even
like who throws scissors. I've been in some arguments.
What kind of bitch made
y'all
dude?
know I'm contrary.
What kind of bitch made dude? I'm gonna tell the cops. I just the whole thing is bitch made,
nigga, because you fucking throwing scissors at me over a fucking bullshit burrito. You damn
Fine,
right. Go to jail, bitch.
Throw it back.
You no, nigga. That's at a woman. You sound crazy as hell.
Yeah, he do get point.
Don't Chinese star her forehead. But I'm saying, like,
I used to be with you last call, but you sound crazy as hell right now, my brother.
No, I don't.
I'm gonna throw scissors back at a woman over a burrito. Like, say that out loud to yourself and make that make sense to yourself.
I'm not throwing it over the burrito. She threw something at me, and I'm throwing it back.
Doing anything over a burrito sounds crazy.
I wouldn't go, but I would catch it if it were in my vicinity.
For a burrito. I am waiting on my burrito. Why are you giving me trouble as the place that makes burritos for a business?
I wouldn't be
over giving me my burrito. Why do I have to even be in a position where I'm getting scissors thrown at me? Just give me my burrito, and I wouldn't be here.
Look, 99% of the position is how you handle it as a man. If you come in all sassy,
and throwing scissors at this man because he wanted his burrito that he rightfully paid for and had been there 20 minutes waiting for. And you said he should throw scissors back at this woman.
You don't even know
black
it's
man,
20.
knowing that if you do anything to
No, you're going all over the place with it. Look, first of all,
No.
I don't even know if this fat dude just waited 20 minutes. He might have been waiting 5 minutes and so fucking hungry. He
The man
expanded it to
said,
20 minutes.
I came at 11:20. It's now 11:40 something. Why do I not I see. I got you. You don't remember what
And
happened. See, I pay attention.
and on top
Very
of that,
close attention. I remember
listen.
no, no, hold
And
on.
on top of that,
No,
close
you
the
said he
door.
ain't say that.
Close
He
the
ain't been
door.
there 20.
Listen.
Listen to it. Y'all niggas be tripping, boy. Y'all hate some facts.
Listen.
We can't never talk about these things. Somebody, I want to throw it. You
Close
nuts.
the door
I'm gonna
makes
throw
me
scissors
laugh.
back in the door. I've been here for 20
Close
minutes
the
and she give me
Chipotle
my
door.
food.
Close the door.
That's crazy as hell.
Listen.
Go ahead,
First
keep
of all,
talking.
I'm fucking trying to. I wouldn't be running up all sassy into fucking Chipotle. I'd be talking to one person like, hey, come here, man. You see this? I've been waiting for 20 minutes on this motherfucking burrito. Where's my goddamn burrito? I wouldn't be doing a yelling match with fucking Nicole across the goddamn counter. I'm very big on service. Listen, I go to the same coffee place before work. I complain maybe 70% of the time because I believe I get a medium coffee, 1 cream, 3 sugars. You don't have to be a fucking scientist. They fuck it up half the amount of times of the week. So I walk into work complaining like these motherfuckers fucked up my shit again. But if I was in there, I make them do it. I wouldn't videotape. I wouldn't record nobody. I wouldn't be calling nobody out their name like that, acting like a little bitch about it. I'd be like, hey, I asked for this. Fix this. The other point of that is like, you get these people working for the minimum wage and stuff behind the counter. And you were saying something about training and non-escalation, this, that, the other. Nicole don't care about that shit. This is Nicole's 3rd job, fucking night shift, whatever bullshit she got to do. And fucking Fat Burrito dude wants his shit. That's just going to clash. They shouldn't have her working there in the first place. But my thing is, regardless of how long he had to wait, regardless of how long he had to wait, he should come in like a man and present himself like a man and then take it from there. He came in all sassy like, fuck him.
Bruh, can I start here? If he came in initially at the first minute on what you're saying, you're right. Okay. Can we start there? Do you accept that statement? If he came in on the first minute on the premise that you're saying, then you're right.
Sure.
Okay. Cool. We are catching a video where he's coming in. The woman who was saying that she's Nicole is already out there flicking him off. And we're coming in at the 20th minute, which means there's a context of 20 minutes of him probably doing something calm like you would have done and saying, hey, there's a problem with my order. This is incorrect. Can y'all fix it? And he probably went through them 2 dudes that's standing there looking dumb as fuck in the video too before he got to Nicole. Because Nicole is saying she's the manager. In the video, she's saying, I'm the manager. Which means you don't get to the manager first usually, do you?
It's fucking Chipotle, man. I don't know.
Listen to
whatever.
You don't eat it. Maybe you're too. Maybe you're used to fine dining. I'm sorry, but at most restaurants, let me enlighten you on the rest of us downtrodden out here. When you go to regular ass restaurants like a Chipotle, a Moe's, a McDonald's, a Applebee's, a Chili's, or whatever you want to know, the chain restaurants, usually you're going to experience something where somebody gets something wrong. That is true.
Yeah, okay, yeah. And you don't act like a dick.
Usually,
just because.
The average. Go ahead. Okay, go ahead.
Me?
What'd you say?
I said, yeah.
Yeah, look, I couldn't hear what you were saying. I was talking at the same time.
And you don't act like a dick. You just look. Yes, there's a so-called 20.
What I'm saying is this:
we don't know what he did in between those 20 minutes.
Critiquing the response. I'm critiquing how we got here to the 20th minute, where the manager of a restaurant, instead of initially fixing the order, if I said it was wrong, I'm having to come down with a recording because you've probably not flicked me off for the second time. It's probably happened before this moment, so now I feel threatened. But you're leaving out all that possible context because you're just saying he's sassy. How do we get to him being sassy? Maybe he won't sass in the first minute. Maybe he was calm, cool, and collected and manly like you.
We can't assume that your timeline is correct either. That
this
you
is
went
the
in
dumb
3-minute intervals being very polite.
Here's what we're not gonna do. The main fact of the whole video is this: you are a person that provides a service, a company, an entity, a establishment that provides a service. Your service was less than, and instead of fixing the service, we're arguing about the customer's reaction to you not fixing the service. Just fix the service. It's the
True.
same thing when we go back to a woman with accountability. Yes, she wants to feel good in this moment, like she won an argument. Whether she should be in the argument or not is the problem, because if I'm a manager, I don't get there. You'll have a problem with your order. Let me fix the order. We talking about a fucking $10 burrito. Nigga, I'll pay the $10 to get you a new burrito. Like, it ain't that fucking deep.
You're right. You're right.
For us
And
to have an interaction where anybody's throwing scissors, coming in with a recording or nothing. So all I'm saying is, if we're
that
at the
customer,
20th minute when this video starts, that means there's 20 minutes of context we're missing. The fact
I
that
think
we get
those
to
two
20
have
minutes
history.
is the problem, not their interaction at the 20th minute. The problem is we're at 20 minutes and he's has a problem at the first minute.
I
And
think
20
Nicole.
minutes in, the problem's still there.
I think Nicole and the
We're
camera
talking
guy
about a
have
business
history.
versus a person, not a person versus a person. You
I
represent
think
a
he
business.
continually goes into that Chipotle. Nicole is there. He asked for like extra packages of shit and other shit.
He
He's
said
not
you
supposed.
got my order wrong, not you forgot to give me some salsa.
He seems like a pain in the ass customer.
I'm
Nicole seems like a pain in
going
the
off of
ass
what he's
manager.
actually said. You got my order wrong. I ordered it at 2:20 something, at 11:20 something. We're at 11:40 something, and we're still here. Why are you still not giving me my fucking food, bitch? Can I speak to your manager? I am the manager. My name is Nicole. I am the manager. Then we get to her reaching down, grabbing scissors, and throwing it at him, and you are blaming him for being.
She should have thrown hot grease.
It's the nuts
Say, shut
perspective
the
that
fuck
I
up.
would never get.
Eat your burrito, fat man.
You win.
The problem is
I don't have more rebuttal from there. Yep. All right. We just see it in two very different ways.
The problem is,
what's the problem?
It's exactly what Tiz said. It's the 20 minutes of context that we didn't pick up. And now we keep thinking about that 20 minutes of context.
Business doesn't fix problem for 20 minutes. I don't care at this point. The customer didn't mess up the order. Let's start.
Yeah, I'd be pissed off at the
customer had a complaint. Nothing else happened from there that was right by the business. So if the customer gets to a sassy place, if the customer threw scissors, if the customer does whatever after that point, again, we're not talking about two individuals on the street that stepped on each other's shoes and had a bad interaction. We're talking about a business that does this service for a profit, and they're arguing with the person that's trying to pay them for said profit because they messed up in their service. That's crazy.
Sorry, smoke it.
I don't have a way of seeing it another way. My brain just don't process it, and it may be because I'm dumb, and I'll take it, or I'm just haven't experienced enough, or I don't.
Part of it is the theatrics for me.
Situation enough, maybe. I just don't see it.
Yeah, because my reaction to the dude or whatever being wrong is like off of not realizing there was 20 minutes of context on it.
That's I pay attention to the details of what
he walked into the kitchen.
She's telling me she's the manager, and my first interaction with her in the video is her flicking him off.
Mm-hmm.
I've seen videos where you get customers arguing with managers, and the manager's like, well, how I'm trying to give you a free meal. Well, do you want something else or something? And the woman is still going off. Then that's the case where the customer's wrong. I got you. I'm with you there. Somebody's giving you solutions and you just don't want a solution. You want to argue.
Mm-hmm.
This manager, my first interaction is her flicking this man off, and he's explaining, I've been here 20 minutes and have still not got my problem with my order fixed, because the first thing he says is, you got my order wrong. That means I either have someone else's order or the thing that I ordered was messed up. That's an easy fix. You can either give it to me, you can watch me fix it, or I can make you a whole new one. That don't cost the company that much. It really don't. At the end of the day, they take.
I hear you. But I'm also willing to say that we don't have enough information between that 20 minutes. Yeah, we could say it's as easy as he didn't get his meal, but some more shit happened between that 20 minutes where he didn't get his meal. So I'm not so sure.
Listen,
there's a point she obviously didn't act professionally.
You're going to tell me that he's wrong? for complaining in
No.
any
I'm
way
not
that he
saying all that.
can. If
I'm
he
not
had a
saying
wrong
all that.
order, no, the issue started when the order was wrong, and then
I'm just
everything
saying
else
there's a
after that is
20-minute
on.
gap. We don't know what happened back and forth. And I think the woman was not professionally handling that. But I also don't know what the guy did before he took out his phone, man. You know?
Who cares? We know for a fact based on what is specifically said in the video we watched. So whatever happened before that 20 minutes, we have facts based on just what we are hearing both parties say. We
All
know
right.
the
Well,
woman's name. We know she's a manager. We know she flicked him off. We visually saw that. We know he said, "You got my order wrong." We know he also says and shows the receipt. He pulls the bag up in front of it to show the receipt that shows the initial time he came in. He said at 11:20 something, I told y'all, and then it's 11:40 something, and we still arguing. She then gets even more frustrated and continues to yell at him and tell him that I am the manager. I am the manager. You ain't getting no other manager. I'm the manager. I'm Nicole. And then she throws scissors at him. These are all facts. These whatever has happened is conjecture. You're right. But we know that to be true based on what each of them said. She didn't rebut it being 20 minutes. She didn't say, "Oh no, it's not 11:40 something right now, sir." In a nasty way, she didn't rebut anything. She didn't refute anything he said. She just said, "I'm the manager, I'm Nicole," and argued. That so regardless of how we get here, if as a server, I used to be a server back in the day. I also used to be a cook
yeah, I
at
did
a
all that
chain
shit.
restaurant, so I know exactly how this goes. If you come at me and you be like, "Look, I just want another salad. This ain't good." Yeah, you might come at me aggressive on the. Our money today is made off of you leaving, paying us. If I have to give you something for free, that's not good. Let me think of a way to fix this. Let me take it back to the kitchen. We'll fix the order. How do we get 20 minutes in and we're arguing together? And I'm a company. I'm not representing me as Tiz, an individual on the street, just walking around as myself, and I'm arguing with somebody in traffic. No, I am a business representing a business, and I am supposed to be providing the service that you're complaining about. What? That's the problem with the world today. The entitlement of the business thinking that fuck you and us doing our job right. Just take the shit job. That's crazy to me.
No, I'm
And
giving you that,
my
but
brain
I'm
doesn't
also
process
not going to give you
outside
20
of that
minutes of
context.
unknown material.
I don't care about the 20 minutes of unknown material. What we
Well,
know
I do.
is the facts. And that's the problem. What we know is the company didn't get an order right, and we're 20 minutes in arguing. Those two facts alone negate anything that happened in the 20 minutes because the problem isn't fixed. And it's not incumbent upon the customer to fix the problem with their order. It's the business's job to do that, especially management. That means we've gotten past the initial person who may have taken the order and all of that. And the manager should not come out and flick people off. That's against your job. If you can say it's unprofessional, then that's the problem. One of those parties in that video has the incumbent expectation based on their job title and the service being presented and the situation at hand and the setting that we're looking at to be professional. If me and you argue and both of us get unprofessional, it doesn't matter. We just two individuals. That's cool. We have no incumbent expectation that we should be or we have to be. But if I'm in a position of power and authority at a business that provides a service and the service is being questioned, I should be the professional one. I should not be the one throwing scissors and flicking them off. Because another fact we have is that at no point did he assault her. She assaulted him.
That is true.
So again, we can
did the scissors even hit him?
We can say both parties could have done something better. That I will agree with. But when you say who's right or wrong, I'm going to say that the wrong is the business. Chipotle's wrong, and the representatives of Chipotle in this video are wrong.
All right.
And I'm confused.
I'm just. What are you confused about? It's just some weak ass theatrics on both of their sides.
Okay.
And because she represents the business, she should be more professional.
My burrito still ain't right.
Fuck the burrito, dude. Fucking
no, that's what we're
stop ordering
Chipotle. I came to
Chipotle
Chipotle for the burrito, not the argument on this. philosophical context. I came to Chipotle for a burrito. My burrito isn't correct still. At the end of all this
Yo,
posturing
I just could
between
tell.
me
I could
arguing and
tell
you
this
throwing
guy.
scissors at me and me
You
videotaping
know
and
what?
me being called sassy and you being an asshole.
I could tell
At
this
the end of
guy.
the day, my problem
His
is he thinks
burrito's
that
never
the
gonna be
company is
right,
wrong.
dude. His burrito's never gonna fucking be right. He's
That's
fat
your
and
opinion.
choosy,
That's
and
opinion.
it'll
Can't
never
argue
be
opinion.
right.
I'm gonna tell you the facts. He said it was wrong. He didn't get a correction by the company that's supposed to make burritos.
He's never had a perfect burrito, this guy. I'll tell you that much.
If I come to your house and I say I'm gonna pressure wash your house and you just a contrary motherfucker, but you paying me, my job is to get the shit right. If I go to a barber and I'm just an ornery ass nigga that just nope, you gonna will work on my damn line until it's to my satisfaction. Or don't do that service. Pick another job. If you do a job and you say, I'm going to do this according to this standard, and I say, well, this isn't up to that, then it's your job to fix it. Or don't do it. You have the option too, as a business or as a manager, to not work for Chipotle. Don't make burritos no more. Go make tires.
Look,
But
Nicole
if
made
you
it
can make
to
burritos, then
management
don't be
camp.
arguing with the person that said your burrito wrong and coming out flicking me off and throwing scissors. I don't care what you say. If I didn't do that to you, you are wrong. I am correct by arguing because he didn't call her out her name. He didn't. Again, we're talking about a man just complaining about a service. And you're saying he's tripping for doing that. You can argue
He
about why
walked in the
he did it or
kitchen.
whatever, and we
He
can have
walked in the
opinions on
kitchen.
where we think. But the fact of the matter is, if I'm at a burrito place and I have a legitimate complaint about a burrito, I'm right. We're not. I don't even know where we're going from here.
I'm not even arguing with you. I'm just like
the sassiest or zestiest of niggas. If they came in and be, bitch, give me my burrito. I don't care. Is your burrito wrong? Let's address the problem. The problem, the wrong is the burrito being wrong. That's the wrong. Everything from there is a result of the burrito being wrong and two people inability to handle it from there. But again, it's not my right. It's not incumbent upon me as the customer to make this right. That's not my job. I didn't get hired to do that. I didn't go
I'm
through
not even
training.
arguing that it's not your job. I'm like, fine, dude. Like you're
Just give me a good burrito and
whatever
shut up.
point. Because I'm not seeing your point 100%. I'm not saying you're wrong, dude. I'm just saying sassiest dude. I might make a dude like that way if he comes up and puts the camera all up in my face.
He is sassy. Let's agree on this other point. He shouldn't have pulled his camera out. The company is wrong for not fixing the burrito and getting to this point. The fact that we're at a 20-minute mark and a camera's coming out and a scissors being thrown and all of that is the company's fault. Whoever represents the company in said situation is wrong.
Are you asking me? I missed like half of that point that you made.
Nah, he's stating it.
I agree most of the shit. Yeah.
What's the factual inaccuracy in what I'm saying? Like logically, I haven't heard a opposite of logic. I just heard that you don't like the way he argued his point or presented the problem. But the problem, nobody
That's
said.
what I've been saying the same shit all along, man. Like,
so then if the question was who is right or wrong in this situation, then it's the company's wrong. If they were arguing about something arbitrary or completely subjective, then we can, go a different route. But a company's job is to do a service.
Yeah, I know what a company is supposed to fucking do. I'm not saying that part of it. But I'm saying if you want to be on some man shit, if you want to handle some stuff, there's a certain way that you could approach it versus being a little sassy bitch and showing up with your camera like, I've been waiting 20 minutes for my burrito to feed my
as a company, we don't get here if you made my burrito right. Again, it's a $10 burrito that you made wrong and you could have fixed the problem. I don't care how I approach it. It's not my job to approach it professionally.
And that's where I get off to
right
say,
or wrong in
what
this
the fuck
situation,
happened in those 20 minutes?
Job that needs to be done.
That's where I step off and say, what happened in those 20 minutes so I can make a further decision on what the fuck is going on there.
That's why I'm still
so that's all going on. And that's it, man. It's a dealio.
Face.
Look what you did, Face.
No,
what you did.
Final thoughts.
You did this.
What? I thought it was
like Joe's Face.
I just like to see that.
Me and last call ain't called each other crazy or nothing. We ain't say nothing crazy. We just both stated our opinion.
No,
You did that face.
it's just healthy banter and healthy
Yeah,
debate back and
make
forth, which should be spawned off any topic, especially like this when it comes to customer service, which can be seen from any different view because most of us has been in both different roles as far as a public servant or a customer. So shit, it
I
is what
think.
it is. Opinions,
Can I
opinions.
ask a question? Can I ask a question?
Oh my
Mm,
God.
What is the and I'm asking this to all three of y'all, so I get all three different perspectives and opinions on this question. But I'm really asking, what is the fact? What is the opinion about the burrito being wrong? Like, what's that? What's the opinion there? And I'm asking from a customer service perspective and a customer perspective because as all of us have worked in a service industry at some point before, and we've all been trained that that's what we're supposed to do is fix the problem. And then as a customer, we've all been the person that want the problem fixed. What's
Yeah.
the opinion on like that should have just been fixed?
it should have
Yes.
just been fixed. Period.
That's
Now,
my
whatever this young lady may have been facing prior to him coming in, that's not his problem. She just doesn't not know how to deal with problems or de-escalate. So as far as managerial status or skills, she doesn't have that. Person just basic customer service skills. She obviously doesn't have that. What you can obviously tell, she's been dealing with whatever, and she's at a point where she's fed up. So whoever was working with her should have stepped up and told her to go ahead and step on the line. Let me go ahead and handle this because it's obvious you can't take care of it. But that comes along with being a teammate and working with it, whatever. But shit is what it is. The whole episode blew up in both of their faces. She got a charge for some stupid shit because she couldn't hold her emotions, and the customer didn't get his order at the end of the day. So it was a lose lose on all fronts. Well, to me, he could have came in there, voiced what he needed. Am my order wrong? Can I get this? And waited. If a certain amount of time passed, ain't no need for me to remind you. I just want my money back at that point.
There you go.
Obviously, he wanted his food that bad, so he waited extra longer. So, if you were that hungry and you waited extra long, it must have came to a 10 minutes, 15 minutes. That's too long for me, but obviously 20 minutes ain't too long for him. He stayed for 20 minutes for that damn burrito. It must have been that goddamn good before, so he must have waited for it again. But me, I'm not waiting that long for nothing, especially no goddamn food, especially no fast fucking food, especially no goddamn burrito, especially no goddamn chip-a-lot. So
Chipolate,
that's just me. Um,
not to be confused with Camelot.
but I feel like the whole situation broke down because emotions got involved where emotions shouldn't have been because this is a business transaction. Emotion does not belong in business transactions. Um, these motherfuckers don't know each other. One mad because he can't get his burrito or got talked to a certain way. The other, who knows why she mad, just blew the fuck up at work. Bad situation, horrible customer service. It is what it is.
Put some hot sauce on my burrito, but
Wouldn't it be funny if they knew each other, like they were neighbors? They
stay
knew
far.
each other.
wouldn't change my perspective.
Like, this is taking this personally.
No, I'm not. I'm just very confused. I like for me, it's more of a I like to understand the logic that I'm hearing, right? And I understand the logic of from an opinion based perspective, both people should have done something better or could have done something better, right? I accept that. My confusion is when you are in these jobs, they take you through training. You usually have an orientation period where they teach you, hey, if the customer comes in, regardless of the customer's temperament, if they have a legitimate gripe, fix the problem. That's the quickest way to fix all of this. They teach you that. And then as a customer, if I came in, bitch, I don't care about the personality of the customer. I don't. If my gripe was wrong, or if I'm arguing about something that ain't got nothing to do about burritos, and I'm just talking about how you talk to me, then that's different. That's an opinion-based thing. My perception of your tone or whatever is different. But if I'm saying my issue is the burrito, the base thing you are supposed to do then I don't get how to. I don't care. Like I don't get how the wrong is incumbent upon the
I'm
customer.
sorry.
I
I'm
know
sorry.
the
The what?
logic doesn't follow and track to me if the customer has a legitimate gripe. If we were watching a separate video and the customer came in and was like, I don't like the way this bitch talked to me, and I'm still mad about it, and I'm gonna fuss it. You got me. You got me there. Then you got me on the personality of the customer and how that plays in and all that. But if the customer saying, yeah, and I don't care what tone the customer using. If the customer coming in, they not touching nobody, they not threatening nobody, they not calling nobody out their name, and they saying, fix my burrito.
Hola
And you saying,
burrito.
fuck your burrito, that's crazy to me.
Going out for my
That
people.
the logic of it doesn't make sense to me. Like from a rational, just following the facts of the situation, you lose me there.
I'm
You
not trying
got
to get you
emotion
on any side.
personality.
I'm saying that whole thing, as how you
And it's
responded
more
to
of
it
a
as a man,
confusion thing. Y'all
is
are
not
thinking that I'm
acting like
arguing
that.
from a place of person that is coming from a place of I don't understand what you're saying from a intellectual standpoint. I'm
I said
lost.
it. I'm not trying to get all intellectual with it, man. My point is, I would never be in that situation because I wouldn't be on my
Now
phone
that
all
is fair.
day. The deal.
That
I
I follow.
I would handle that situation as a man. Like I'd talk to somebody. I'd be as calm as this. I'd get whatever the fuck I want, and that's the bottom line on that. I could
So
agree.
you've
I
never been
already
calm
told
to
you.
a
I already
customer
told you
service
that.
person and they still been shitty
No,
to
I
you.
already told you that.
You're
What I
always
expect when I go to order
blessed.
food and how I expect to be
You're blessed.
interacted with. I already said all that.
And you're
So
blessed. You're
but
a unicorn like Kim earlier. Most of us have been calm with a customer service professional and they still get an attitude with you. So it's not uncommon to be completely professional and manly in your way of exhibiting your complaint and get treated like shit.
oh, okay.
And we've heard Face come on here and say examples of his fast food thing to like show like, yeah, and I was saying, hey, can you just give me this? And this bitch started doing this, that, and the third, and you get there because these days in a lot of these chain restaurants, the personality of the person that they're hiring is very confrontational and like, I don't like fuck this job. I'm entitled. You should be kowtowing to me. Fuck what you came here to pay me for. Fuck how I get paid. Like it's about me. So you approach these people very calmly and still get a shit attitude back. So I'm not surprised to see the middle fingers coming up. And like this don't surprise me. The only thing that surprised me is usually the customer then gets into an argument about that as opposed to sticking on, can I just get my burger though? Can you fix the burger? I just didn't want onions. Can you just take the onions off?
All right.
So even if I'm calm, I'm still in that interaction. I'm still might get scissors thrown at me because they don't want to actually be wrong. We go back to that the feeling of shame. How dare you say I'm wrong at this job that I hate and I don't want to be here? And that's what I'm saying. So regardless of how the 20 minutes went, if I came in calm, you still get here. And that's my point. The company should not have that approach in their representatives. The representative should be applying the training they were taught to fix said problem if it is legitimate. So all of these videos we see where you get customers going over the counter or the manager coming over the counter at the customer is because somebody did not just do what they were trained to do and do their job in a situation where they were presented with another person coming for a service. You got personal and took it person to person. No, I need you to do your job. I don't give a fuck about who you are. I don't know you. If I do know you, I still need you to do this job because I came here looking for this burger and I want this fucking burger to make my burger right. Or don't work for the burger place. Go sell phones. Go run your own business. Go make shea butter. I don't give a damn. But do the thing that you actually want to be in service of. I don't know. When I don't like the job, I leave. Y'all ain't going no. I don't get this shit. What we talking about? Hey, you know why I don't work for fast? I don't even apply to fast
Close
food
the
restaurants.
door.
I know I don't want to sell burgers. I'm gonna be the person that's gonna flick you off and gonna be mad no matter how you come tell me that you mad
God.
about your onions. I didn't want to hear it. So I don't want to be here. So I go somewhere I want to be. I want to hear this shit. Man, y'all crazy as hell, man.
This
Oh,
is
You
a
ain't going nowhere but the restaurant.
this is a real topic with you,
Shut the door.
man. Close the door.
Close the door. Hey man, look, man. We are almost 3 hours in. So I'm gonna let the rest of the topic go for the night, man.
That's a fool.
Yeah,
Close the
damn,
door.
we'll have to save it for next week, but it fits for next week because WrestleMania coming next week anyway, so it'll be like the
Oh
perfect.
man, I can't hang with you guys in wrestling.
That's why I mean we'll have it for next week. These was good topics tonight to just have good debate, and y'all let us know in the comments, man. You know what side of the lineup do y'all stay on? Do y'all have a complete opinion that none of us said?
There's no
Let
Tiz
us
top
know.
three?
I like learning. Well, I can do the tier top 3 still.
Yeah, man.
It's
Come
wrestling
on now.
based stuff. It's
Don't
wrestling based
disappoint
stuff.
us.
I don't know that you want to roll with it. That's the thing. It was
I
based
am
off
here.
that we were doing on the wrestling. But so we'll do the Ted's top 3 in the wholesome vid, and then we'll let y'all get out of here. We ain't gonna hold y'all hostage. We gonna get
Close
out of
the
here.
door.
Close the door. So Ted's top 3 of this week. Ted's top 3. 3. This week we're talking for the Ted's top 3. What are your top 3 best wrestling champions of a brand ever? So your top 3 wrestling champions of any brand, any company, territory. It could be throwback to a territory that don't exist no more. It could be a new age indie promotion, whatever. But your best champions and why? Your top 3. I'll start us off, and I'll start with the easy one, the low hanging fruit. Stone Cold Steve Austin.
Damn it.
What he did from a merchandise standpoint, a changing of how we see good guys versus bad guys in the industry. A changing even in match type. Like we went from it being more highly touted to be super technical to being more like brawling being more accepted as a type just because of his physical limitations after he broke his neck. Even to the dynamic between him and Mr. McMahon changing the like fourth wall aspect of things, and us now knowing that that dude that be doing commentary, he also owns the fucking company. These were things that weren't seen before him, and it kind of set up the stage of what wrestling is perceived as and how we look at wrestling today. So my number one champion, or my first champion, I won't even say it's my favorite champion, but the guy that I'm gonna throw out there first is Stone Cold Steve Austin for the WWE.
All right. That was going to be mine anyway. So I'm gonna have one that I personally don't agree with, idealistically, but by looking at the stats and what people probably define wrestling is, I have no choice but to say this bastard's name. Hulk Hogan. I think it defined. I think he pretty much defined what a wrestling. When people think of wrestling, that's the first name they think of.
Yes, and before him, I would agree. Like it was different. Like I can see that. Before we knew about him.
Yeah, he made it so it could be a pay-per-view event, a spectacle. You know, so. No matter how much I think about him personally, the character of Hulk Hogan and that brand itself blew up wrestling to the point where it became visible to us in general, to the point where it became profitable for I would say a company to pick up and put on a cable channel and run. And they saw the profit margin of it just off of the WrestleManias and stuff like that. It just.
Did you say the profit margin?
No, I said margin. I meant margin, but it came out. I'm sorry. It's the end of the night. My battery, I have to charge it. Yeah, but they saw the profit that's coming out of this spectacle of wrestling through Hogan. Pretty much. So I gotta say Hogan. That's my one.
I don't have a strong argument against it. I'm with you there. Like he definitely transcended and kind of made wrestling accessible to people who weren't necessarily a fan of the actual thing. You know what I mean? Like
Mm.
you go to somebody who don't watch wrestling, they gonna think if you say wrestling, they gonna say Hulk Hogan probably. Oh
Mm-hmm.
yeah, you know, the thing that Hulk Hogan did.
Now it came to a point that I was confused which Hulk was what Hulk. Like I thought they were the same person at first.
Hold on, you mean like the Green Hulk and then Hulk
Yeah,
Hogan?
when I was like a very little kid. Like when I first, it was more like the Incredible Hulk is wrestling in real life wrestling, and then when I saw Hulk Hogan, I'm like, that ain't the Hulk. You know, that's what it was. That's what happened.
God bless you, Pat.
I'm sorry.
No, it just that's hilarious. I'm thinking of like 4 5-year-old Pat at home on a Saturday morning, like wait for this green dude to come out, and then yellow and red nigga come out. He's like, what the hell? That ain't the nigga I
The
seen.
complete opposite.
What the hell it was this? That's just funny to me. There's some Caucasian nigga come out and use some big green motherfucker. That's hilarious to me. That's the thought I had more than anything. Like that's funny. See, I see when y'all say stuff, man. I be seeing like the visualization of it. So sometimes, like the way I'm seeing it is very, it's like an animated version of what y'all saying. So it'd be funny.
You know what? I appreciate the fact that it's animated in your mind because it'd be animated.
Oh yeah. So in my mind, like a lot of the time when y'all be telling stories or y'all be like saying y'all opinion on something, like my brain is seeing it in like stop motion animation almost like a Joe Button animated
Motion.
shit, like where y'all like these little cartoon characters and all of this stuff is happening with cartoon versions of whoever y'all are talking about and shit. So it'd be like the way my brain is perceiving it is hilarious. Like y'all remember, I'm the David Hasselhoff nigga. Like my brain sees the world in a very weird way, and I recognize.
I'm not
So
gonna
when you
lie.
say
In my
you
mind,
don't remember. I can feel it coming in the air.
Do you mean David Hasselhoff?
You don't remember that?
the joke. No,
Hold on,
you
you
won't.
won't hear from that conversation, from that joke.
No, it doesn't sound familiar.
Okay, so
it wasn't today, was it?
No,
A
this was
couple of
like
weeks back.
yeah, maybe a month or two ago.
No, I don't think I
But it's
caught
been
that
an
one.
inside joke since then. Okay, so I got you. So
Oh,
you might miss
damn.
that episode. No, it's
All
all
right.
good. To anybody who is triggered by talks of SA or anything like that,
Oh
let
no.
me warn y'all now.
Don't do it.
Get offline.
Don't do
We've already
it.
had this conversation before, so I'm very comfortable having it. I know exactly where I'm going. So the basic conversation was we were talking about the Diddy situation. It was when the Diddy situation first kind of broke out. That's how old this is actually. And we were talking about his case and everything, and I can't remember if it was Face or Pat, but they asked who would be the Caucasian version of Diddy? Like who would be somebody who is like culturally accepted and like popular like Diddy on that level?
What a great question. What a
Also
great question.
be like creepy and like seen as like a nasty dude. And everybody stated they different people, right? And then I remember I think Face was like somebody said David Hasselhoff. It might have been me, it might have been Face. I can't remember, but somebody said David Hasselhoff. And then when I thought about it, I was like, yo, he kind of got me. He's a global superstar. He got like a bunch of different fans, but he always gave off that weird vibe. Now we get there, okay? Earlier in the conversation about Diddy, we had a conversation about somehow I brought up the fact that Phil Collins, I can feel it was like about somebody creeping out on some little girl or something. It was like a story about assault or something, like some little girl getting harmed. Okay. But it's like this song that everybody like and be singing, but people don't really pay attention to what it's about.
I see what you're saying.
So we had that context on top of us mentioning David Hasselhoff. So that led my brain and the way my brain sees things to this. You know how at the beginning of Baywatch, everybody's like moving in slow motion, running up the beach, right?
Indeed.
Okay. So my brain thought it would be hilarious if at the beginning of Baywatch, you have like Pamela Anderson or Carmen Electra or whoever the actress is, and she's running slowly as her little name card comes up. And you know how everything is in slow motion. So even the background, the people on the beach are just moving in slow motion, right? So the whole scene is in slow motion. And you just hear, I can feel it coming in the air tonight. And you see David Hasselhoff moving in real time, sprinting full speed. And he's coming to tackle this. And as he spears her off the screen,
Bears.
you just hear, oh Lord. This is the dumb shit that my brain sees that nobody else will see, but that's how I connect all these things to a picture in my mind. It's so stupid. It is. It's dumb as hell. But
In
like
my
the
mind,
position
video-
of that slow ass song that's talking about this weird shit and this creepy nigga running full speed while everything else is going in slow motion. And the dumbest part of the hook as he tackles her, you just said, "Oh Lord."
I can feel it.
It's so stupid, but this is what this and that's the joke. So when we say Hasselhoff, that's kind of what we're talking about.
Kinda got it. Kinda got it.
In my
It's
mind,
stupid. It's stupid.
in my
I got
mind, there's a
It's a lot
video
of
game.
suspension of belief you got to go through.
In my mind, there's a video game from that time that you told the story last call, where in the video game you're in a Camaro or a Corvette or something like that, a fast Lamborghini ass car, and you're throwing piping hot cups of coffee.
Yes. And you got to make it into the window to get points.
Yeah.
If it just splash on the back, it don't count. You got to actually make it into their car.
It's like a Mario Kart type thing. You know,
I like that game.
I bet you do.
I don't like it has something to do with me, but I like the game. Yes.
Like Paperboy, but with hot coffee and cars.
I likes.
I can see the anime bitches.
This is how our brains work. This is why our conversations don't like stay on you always go off the rails.
I can feel it.
Oh Lord. Oh Lord.
David Hasselhoff was like, close the door.
In my brain, and I can see it so vividly, like the Pamela running up the beach real slow with that little orange board that they always had. And everything is moving so slow, and he is sprinting. I'm talking about like sweating, sprinting, like he's 100-meter dashing at her. And it looks so funny because he's moving so fast against this slow ass background. And he just oof, oh Lord. That shit is hilarious to me, man. I don't know why. I'm gonna go to my grave thinking that is funny, and I don't know why. I don't even understand why my brain saw that when we was talking about it, but that's what my brain came up with. I keep telling y'all, I believe I was autistic, but I didn't get diagnosed.
I might believe you on that one too.
No, I've always said it. Like it's a reason. Like that's why me and my son get along, because I understand how he makes the connections he makes. Like, oh yeah, I get it.
Boom, 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 boom. I can feel it
coming in. Boom. Oh Lord.
I don't think it's oh Lord. I think it's tonight. Oh,
tonight. Whatever he's saying. What that part is what's happening as he gores this woman off the screen. Oh Lord. It's like the sad part. Like, oh damn, he fucked her up, didn't he?
Stupid.
And it's the David Hasselhoff. It's never the David Hasselhoff that's like young and singing on the Berlin Wall for me. It's the David Hasselhoff that was drunk eating the burger on the floor.
I like that David Hasselhoff.
It's that version of him that I see running. Like I'm talking about with like tomato in the corner of his mouth, just sprinting up this beach.
That was probably the best tasting burger. The way he was eating that
nigga was eating lint, dust bunnies, all kind of bullshit in that burger. That is when we say Tecumseh put dick in burger, Tecumseh definitely put his dick in that burger. That burger was sloppy as fuck. That was the worst burger ever. I don't know why he was so happy about it, or what. Like I don't know what he drank. I ain't never had no liquor that good that made me think that no burger on the floor was good. I went to bed hungry, just mad because I done dropped the burger for what damn. All right. I won't meant to have it then. But I ain't about to sit there on the floor and just eat it in pieces either. I'm talking about it's all mushed up. He mushing his fingers in it to get pieces of it. He ain't even picking up the
He was
whole
happy.
piece. Like,
He
just
was-
come on, dude. What are you going through? What happened? What happened to the niggas singing bullshit to Germans?
I can't even. I don't even know what German.
Whatever they say. Deutsch.
But it's Arnold Schwarzenegger when you see him. Need him.
Yeah. That's
Dang.
another shit that's always funny to me. His accent, like he can say anything and it's just hilarious.
Remember he saying, "Tell me what you gonna do."
He always sounds like some like slobbering
like a
goof,
drunk Tasmanian devil.
I'm looking for Serkana.
Damn.
like Jekyll.
That was good.
Like I just imagine drool running down his fangs. Like he's just a big gorilla monster. All this shit sound like big weird grunts, like something wrong with like your tongue to swole up and you can't talk.
Oh shit!
That
I can feel it.
nigga
Like
talk
he's
like
epileptic.
Cass in real life. Nigga, what? You want to go where? And that nigga was the governor. That's the crazy part. People listen to that shit for 8 years. And the nigga talking just. We need water. We need water. It's a drought. Get out of here.
Timmy stuck in a well. What?
Timmy, he's in the well.
I'm looking for Serkana and everybody else's vote.
Like, what the
Yo, you're
fuck,
really
bro?
good at his voice, boss.
He sounds horrible.
Lie.
I believe in America. No, you.
California.
What?
The governor.
Sounded crazy as hell.
Every
I would
movie,
not
he's
think
got
the
an American
president is
name.
my governor. You can't tell me no policy. Get your secretary to do it. Get the lieutenant governor to do it. Because I'm not about to listen to this shit. Your
What
press
is his
conference
name?
is gone.
John. Your name's John. John. John.
Get
John.
down. Get down. Can you imagine him as Trump getting shot at? Get down. Get out of here.
Chopper.
That nigga be saying, yo, he be tripping. He said it, he got like 5 phrases. He just throw them shits in wherever they can fit.
John. What is your John?
Right. Everybody John. and
Sean?
Sarah.
John.
Not Sean with the CH.
It's John. Is it John? No, it's John. John.
CHAWN.
Is it Sean?
John.
John. Ben.
John. Get down. I heard you heard me. It's John.
What are his names for the movie?
CH.
He never has like a European. It's always Ben, John,
Larry
something like
Thomas.
that. I
Franklin Brown. No, nigga, your name need to be goddamn Yusuf Yugoslavian.
yes.
Fuck out of here, nigga. Nobody's buying that your name is Tony, John, Joe, Brad. No, nigga, you are a Stanislav.
John, yes,
You are a Farfignugan, nigga. What the fuck are we talking about here? Nobody's buying that.
That doesn't make a good
And you weren't born here. Nobody's buying that. You ain't from Kentucky talking like that. Shut up.
Yeah, we're North Carolina.
Of disbelief. I could never buy him. I remember in True Lies, they tried to make that nigga American. Nigga, no, he is from the. He is on the other team. He is not playing for us. That nigga is giving away all the secrets. You heard me. The codes have been compromised. Okay.
He's Russian intelligence.
This nigga, he is
not
for us. I'm telling you. Listen to him. I love America. No, you don't. No, you don't.
California.
California.
I'm rejuvenated.
can't even say it without breathing crazy and slobbering. Shut up. You're a
Well,
liar.
our president's South African, so
What?
And he ain't real. That nigga talk like a robot. Him and Mark Zuckerberg, they are both AI.
They're idiots. They should just
They
be
are
behind the
ChatGPT
scenes.
with a human
people.
body.
They should just be behind the scenes. They're be geniuses that way. They can't be geniuses the other way. And
I don't
wait.
I mean, I'm not gonna say they geniuses. I'm gonna say they autistic.
We way off subject.
Focus on it, but they're not geniuses. No.
Wait, we are way off subject. What are your
Close
other
the
two?
door.
Not that. They're not in mental. I'm not going there with it. Nope.
Pat, close the door, Pat.
we way off subject. I just remember what the fuck we're talking about. Like, what were your other?
We were talking about wrestling champion.
Like, what were your other two? Because
we got the Schwarzenegger and Elon.
That's your other two. I'm joking.
No, nigga. My other two. Okay, I'll just give my other two real quick. My other two.
I need some snacks.
Would be Ric Flair for what he did for multiple territories. His ability to like carry and like maintain the popularity of certain territories, even when their general roster was kind of down. Like he was a flagship guy.
You guys didn't even ask me my opinion.
North Carolina or in California, or Canada or anywhere else, and he was gonna sell and make people care. He also made being a heel cool. Before that, like being a heel was like it was really booed. He was one of the first heels I ever remember that people would cheer. Like he was popular as a heel. As opposed to having go away heat, he had more of the heat. Like, no, we chant like we like this nigga. We actually want the heel to win. And that was a very different dynamic that he added to the game. And again, he set the record. So like everybody now is chasing his record, trying to get that 17th championship to be better than him. So yeah, he set the standard. And then my other guy, I can't remember his name. I think it's Kobayashi, but it's the nigga that fought Kenny Omega like 3-4 times and had them 6-star matches with him. Championship in New Japan, he was the standard bearer for their strong style, for their ability to be Brazilian. He was kind of the standard bearer for that whole organization for a while. And at a lot of the Grand Prix, a lot of the people that were like the leading heel at the time were the ones chasing him or trying to get his belt. He was one of the first foreigners too that really made me get into overseas wrestling. Like I knew it exists and I knew all wrestlers from America would go over there from time to time and do their stints, but I didn't really follow it as tough until him and Kenny Omega had their storyline. But yeah, that's my last one.
I think my last two, because I don't want to go with what everybody else would probably end up thinking anyway, like The Rock or John Cena or something like that. But my last two is Triple H and CM Punk. Triple H, because he kind of like defined what a heel is in general, like as far as a wrestler go. I mean, Vince did it as far as just being the corporate storyline or whatever, but as being the wrestling heel, it's almost like Hogan. Like to me, I feel like he kind of like put the like he's like the most famous wrestling heel to me. Okay, like
he epitomized it.
Yeah, he epitomized
Okay,
that.
I'm with you.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you have your runs where people become heel, but he was just a heel. He's just now being the good guy. Now that
he's never been anything other than the nigga
heel.
That is supposed to be the fuck boy. I got you.
Yeah, like even when he was like, okay, we're the Generation X, we're the cool guys that everybody like or whatever. It was still like an anti-hero type thing. But when you get him by himself, he's the heel.
I'll roll with that.
Period. And then I wanna say CM Punk just for the simple fact that he kind of broke the fourth wall.
Okay.
And like before CM Punk and that pipe bomb, everybody was trying to avoid the whole fact that what they call kayfabe, where it's like that thin line between reality and storyline that wrestling is in, or whatever. When he hit the pipeline, the pipe bomb, he pretty much was like, "Nah, this is what's really going on." And then it's just now, and then from then on, it's like from people just believing whatever the storyline is shown on the television to, all right, we about to research all the storylines to because this was CM Punk said. Like, I feel like that was kind of like the beginning of okay, I want the story behind the story in general or whatever, and then it's still as far he defines controversy, like the controversial wrestler to me, like the unsafe. Me. Like if it's a safe way of saying the unsafe wrestler, it's CM Punk right now. Pretty much, like it's that's what it seemed like to me. Like it's just he's just the controversial one.
Can I throw in Cody Rhodes as an honorable mention?
Yeah, I'd want to throw Cody Rhodes in.
I feel like what you say about Triple H is kind of CM Punk as a baby face right now. Like he's so good at being the good guy. Even when he tries to be a heel, he just comes across as the good guy. Like his ability to just shoot straight with the audience, speak right to the heart of like, yo, no, this is actually what it is. This is some bullshit. I know. I agree with y'all. I see what y'all seeing. His ability to like interact with the fans and just his theme song. God damn. If you ever seen somebody whoa, shit, it's crazy.
Can I say something very controversial?
He's making it very hard to see another. He's on the Hulk Hogan level of good guy. Like, god damn, nigga, you are over.
Cody Rhodes is the type of white that the racist whites all want to be. The blonde-haired, blue-eyed guy.
And we fuck with him.
That
and he got a
has
black
woman.
With mixed babies.
That has a black woman. That's what they all want to be.
Fine ass black woman too. Good job.
That's the irony.
If you're gonna come black, you picked the good
irony
she's a
shit. And that's why they love Cody Rhodes so much, because he looks like good Homelander.
He looked like Homelander, but
he
looked like
what every little white boy wants to be when he grow up.
He just got along with everybody.
Yeah, he looked like the white boy that every white boy wants to be when they grow up.
Cody don't gotta act black to come to the cookout. Like he ain't gotta be able to let you. You know you ain't got no rhythm. Come on, hang out with us anyway.
Yeah, it's okay.
Yeah,
you can go smoke with the Samoans, and then get you a rib.
And well, you know what? While we here, we might as well go and do it. Can I just say this? We're gonna talk about it more next week when we do the full Raw and SmackDown recaps as we go into WrestleMania. But I love to see a nigga reach his breaking point.
Yeah.
And I think that's what we see a lot of. The dude reaches breaking point about that burrito. I gotta pull the camera out because this bitch done got me fucked up. I've been waiting for this goddamn burrito all day. I worked my ass off. Burrito, my little $10. I'm gonna get this burrito. Even when you go back, no. Hold on. Bear with me last call. I know.
Close the
But
door.
we go back to the initial conversation about Shane. Men reach their breaking point and are faced with that reality a lot more than women, because women don't have to, because a lot of times they're able to be made to feel better. Men don't get the chance to just be caught up sometime and just loved on real quick. Like, all right, I could fuck you up, but let me love on you. Usually we just get, no, I'm gonna fuck you up. You're tripping.
Did you just bring back the burrito conversation?
I brought back all of the conversations from tonight's show, but if you want to hop on the burrito part, I can understand.
I'm not. You just said burrito.
Okay. Yeah,
He's
and then I
closing
also
the door.
brought back to the initial.
Okay.
I also brought it back to the initial conversation of where we started with the shame conversation, where we talk about men and women accountability. Women are giving that love and that let me love on you. Let me call you real quick. Let me not let you reach your breaking point. Let's try to avoid it. Let me give you all the support you need to help you. Whereas a man is no, hit that breaking point, hit that brick wall so you can get better. And sometimes it'll be cool if we just got a little love, man. So that leads me to our wholesome moment of the week. This is like a palate cleanser from the night show, just to give y'all something positive to see. And to even drive home my initial point of like, hey man, if you see a black man out there struggling, he ain't doing too hot. Um, life may be kicking his ass, all right, but he doing his best. Instead of letting him hit that breaking point, instead of letting him hit that brick wall and getting crossroads to all oblivion by the world, show him a little love. Sometimes that compassion may be the thing that actually breaks him more than hitting that brick wall. Sometimes he needed to just get some love. And sometimes, man, as black men and men in general, sometimes we just need a hug, y'all. So that leads me to our wholesome moment of the week. Sometimes we just need a hug. Hey, man, sometimes we just need a hug. And that's the wholesome moment of the week, man. Yeah, you can let, the males in your life, the men in your life kind of reach those breaking points if you want to. And that's a way to learn. Don't get me wrong. As a man who's hit my breaking point and actually went through a mental break in life, I know what that feels like. But as a man, I can tell you it would have been a lot doper if at some point along the way somebody socialized me and gave me the love that I watched some of my sisters get, and somebody just came and hugged on me and just like, yeah, you might be wrong today, but let me just make you feel better for a second. Niggas out here tired, so you know if you got a chance to make somebody feel better, give them a hug, give them a high five, give them a kind word. You know, you can bitch on them about how bad they are, or you can choose to see the good and give them some love. You can flick them off and curse them out, or you can just fix their burrito. But just get somebody some love today. As always, man, y'all can support. Y'all see the ways to do that at the bottom of the screen if you want to support financially. If you want to give us money and get some in return. On behalf of Face, you can go to our trade clothing. Just type it into Google. It'll take you right to the site. And then when you get there, there's a promo code that'll give you up to 20% off your purchase. So enjoy it. Go shop around. We got, your spring wear, your winter wear, your whatever. We got cups, mugs, and phone cases, all kind of miscellaneous shit with our faces on it. So if you like our face, go get some. Um, that's ARTRE clothing. That's ARTRE clothing. We can't spell clothing for you because Face won't let us. So that's another way you can support. And if you just want to holler at us, continue these conversations offline on a different platform, or you got ideas for the show that you want to share with us, or some comes up throughout the week that you want to talk to us about or debate with us about. Pat, how can they get in touch with us?
At sign THEPODNAS. That's at sign THEPODNAS. That is the Twitter, Twitch, TikTok, Blue Sky, whatever the hell y'all social medias are on nowadays. Instagram, all of that. And on Facebook is Tiz Face Pat or the Podnas.
Indeed, man. Holler at us if you can. A shout out to everybody from the chat this evening. Keeper 116, QT1, Black Anonymous, Last Call, a brother of a certain age. If I'm missing somebody, who is this? Visuals, whoever that is. Shout out to you. That might be
Propane was in the house.
That YM?
Propane and YM was in the house.
Okay, shout out to YM and Propane as well. Heck yeah, brother of a certain age, the fifth partner as always. Everybody and anybody in the clouds that didn't make the presence felt, but you were there. Shout out to y'all. Thank y'all for joining us tonight, man. Continue the conversation in the comments below. Let us know why you think that I'm wrong. Let us know why you think we're right. Let us know why you think a whole different thing than anything we actually presented. Give us your perspective. But let's continue the conversation. As always, man, I've been 1/3 of the partners. I've been your boy Tiz. Oh, before I do that, shout out to Last Call, the fourth partner, for joining us as always. Filling in for Face at points. Shout out to Face, the other member of the partners who, his internet kind of betrayed him at the end there, but he definitely sparked some dope conversation this evening. So shout out, love. Last Call, you want to say anything before we get up out of here, my boy?
No, just thank you for having me and thank you for being on my podcast. Appreciate it. What you guys do. Yeah, man, that's it. Check me out if you can. And close the door. All right, guys.
And thank you for your perspective as always, man. It's always good to have somebody who don't think like us three. That's always a blessing. Just to get that alternate perspective out there and to have those other thoughts heard. Like I said, man, continue the conversation in the comments below. Holla at y'all, man. I've been 1/3 of the partners. It's been your boy Tiz. I've been along with.
It's the other third of the partners. It's the Padawan here. I like to give the shout out to all the little twerking ass girls that was around when I was DJing at the little event yesterday, because that was my first time DJing. I appreciate that. Y'all didn't know I was DJing on the low. Anyway, and yeah, that was it, y'all. Hey, it's the partners, y'all.
We gonna talk offline. Love y'all niggas, man. We about this thing, man. Y'all have a great week. Be blessed.
Ushers, close
Love
the
each
doors.
other.
Close the doors.
And yourself.
Close the doors.
And close
We
the
all
door.
gonna leave together. Every day, every day I'm hustling. Every day I'm hustling. Who the fuck think you fucking with? I'm the fucking boss. Ushers, close the doors. Close the doors.